think there it goes right there. How's your guys'
All
Labor
right.
Day?
All right. Oh, it was good. It was great. It was quiet. Went to the pool twice. Our neighbors did a cookout. Celebrated our neighbor's birthday. So kept it local, kept it chill. You know,
That's right.
everything's good. And so, how was yours? How's the baby? Baby,
Man, I
baby
work.
kept you up. Baby kept you up.
Oh yeah, she
No
still can't
sleep.
talk. Oh no, she might be a
They,
retard. She still
they
can't
just
talk.
she's only 3 months old.
Nah,
But
it
she
was
could
all right. I
cry.
worked
But
though.
she can cry though.
Oh,
They
she
could
knows how to
cry.
cry.
They do communicate. Wipe my ass or feed me. you
All,
figure it out.
all they do, eat, sleep, and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely and stuff, man. Anyway, we are live now. Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Your only friend, these YouTube streets, Porter Rock 77. And hopefully we got another live with quality mic presentation just for you guys. I know you guys suffered a lot, but hey, you got to stick with it, all right? All good things could come to those who wait, all right? But anyway, I got the crew here. We got some reoccurring guests. So hopefully they stick around, because I enjoy their company. But anyway, you know how we do here, 60 frames, no lag. We keep it real. We talk all gaming topics, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo, whatever it is, whatever's the drama, it will be here and it will be talked about, right? But we're going to start it off with Craig Harris, Type Flight Security of the World. Craig? Unless he's not ready. I don't think he's ready. I think he's still getting his makeup on. I think he's looking for his DD oil.
For what? He's gonna be in a dark room anyways.
Yeah, that's it. He gets his duty order. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for duty order,
Yeah.
so that way he could be like, get it ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. So while Craig is getting it ready, we're gonna go over to the brain. What's going on, my brother?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm just here to, enjoy everybody's company and talk some smack on games or on Xbox or whatever else is annoying or rightfully deserves it, and that's about it for me, man.
That's it.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
kids went back to school, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kids are back in school. They're getting their education. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're gonna I don't know what type of education they're gonna get anymore. Because apparently you're not allowed to teach slavery, so that's off the history books. I don't know.
We can leave that with a little Fidel.
He's like, you're not gonna rage bait me. Brandon's like, nah, Puerto Rock, you're not rage baiting me today. Not today. We're not doing that today. All right. Yeah, no that, but I'm glad the kids are. What happened? You wanna what?
Oh no, I was about to say, I just came here to talk shit. I ain't come here to, to go on a tirade and start a revolution.
He's like, you know what? We just came over Labor Day. I'm cool. I'm chilling. We good. We getting the next phase is Halloween. We gotta get ready for Halloween. That's what we're doing. We getting ready for Halloween. Then we get ready for Thanksgiving. Then Christmas. Hallelujah. All right.
Yep.
All right, brother, man. I'm glad you're here. And we got, 2 weeks back to back. We got Chill Will. You know what I'm saying? Paul Wall up in here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Will? How's everything?
Everything's good, brother. I appreciate you asking. Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate you having me on too.
Yeah, cool. Hey, let me ask you something. You into sports? Did I talk to you about
I love
this?
sports.
You love sports? Okay,
Love
who's your sports
sports.
teams? Who's your sports teams?
So I like the Lakers.
The Lakers, of course. Okay.
I'm a Cali guy. I like
All
the
right.
Dodgers and
Okay.
oh, fuck. I don't even want to say my football team.
The Rams or the Raiders? The Cup.
I knew I was going to get that reaction.
That's why he covered it up.
No wonder he has that shit covered up behind. He's like, yeah, I can't let Porter Rock see this shit. How you end up a Cowboys fan?
No,
Listen,
all right, so
this shit. Hold up, this shit don't match. Lakers, Dodgers, Cowboys. It don't match. So
you're in Cali right now. You're in Cali right now.
I'm in Cali right now.
There's a lot of different
Explain.
teams that are popular in Cali. It's like, I don't know why now all of a sudden the Chiefs are out here because of the bandwagons, but Steelers have always been popular in Southern Cali. Cowboys.
Cowboys has
there's one
sucked
more,
ass since '93, though. Some of y'all weren't
and
even born.
they're
Like
gonna
when
keep sucking. We just
what-
traded Michael Parsons.
yes, they did. They went
I'm
to
like,
Green
bro,
Bay.
you're gonna do this a week before the fucking season, and then Jerry Jones, old ass, had the audacity to be like, well, we could do something with these picks. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, you know, I don't even want to use this bitch ass controller right now. Fuck that.
Oh, that's sacrilegious. You put Cowboys on the controller, sacrilegious. That is.
To be fair
that is-
though, I got like 12 controllers in this
Oh
motherfucker.
my God! You better grab another one. Throw that one away. Fling that shit. Oh man! But listen, how you became a Cowboys fan? Cause that shit don't match.
All right, yeah.
Lakers,
So I shared a room
Dodgers.
growing up with my
Cowboys.
So I shared a room with my brother growing up, and he was into Deion Sanders. When he came to the Cowboys, that was his team. So that's how it was.
Your brother did you dirty.
It's either that or the Raiders. I don't want to be no Raider fan.
He did you dirty, man. He did you dirty.
Either that or the Raiders, because my household was Cowboys Raiders.
Yeah, and they're going to Vegas anyway, so they're Vegas already, right? Or not? They're not Vegas.
They're in Vegas,
yet.
yeah.
Oh, they're in Vegas already, so it's like whatever. How about the Rams? Not the Rams. Rams, right? You got Rams, Chargers.
Oh, when I was born in '92. Fucking Southern Cali didn't really have a football team like that, other than the Chargers.
The San Diego Chargers.
Right.
I'd rather be a Charger fan than a Cowboy fan.
Well, the Raiders wasn't there in '92.
Listen, bro. At this point, I'd rather be Texas State Penitentiary than the Cowboys fan. I'll take that. I'll take Chattanooga State at this point before I become a Cowboys fan. You know,
hey, read your super chat real quick.
I'll take Texas State Penitentiary team. I'll take those guys before I take Cowboys. I'll take Chattanooga State.
Hey, read your super chats real quick.
Yo. Oh man, he says, yo, Brandon holiday style. He says, do you have any expectations for TGS this month? Oh, Tokyo Game Show? Oh yeah, we're gonna see more multiplats.
Yeah, go to the Clipper fan under that one.
I'm too soon. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, Brandon. You know, I'm gonna do my little talk, but the next one, Donnell Brown, kick that Laker fan off the show now. Oh man, that's Donnell.
Oh,
He a Clipper fan.
He a Clipper fan.
So, I don't understand how the audacity. My boy, but he talked tough for being a Clipper fan. At least he's a Dodger fan. He got that right. But Clippers,
It could be worse.
You could be a Cowboy fan.
No, I was gonna say he could be an X fan.
What? An X fan? Like what?
X. Nah, X
Oh, the
fan.
Nets. That's not that. See, that's you know me. I don't rock New York teams with the letters ETS. If a New York team has the letters ETS in their name, that's not a New York team. That's Mets. That's Nets. That's Jets. Get them out of here. Get them out.
Oh yeah, you for sure from New York. I never heard that joke before.
Nah, them Ets, that Ets bullshit. I don't play that bullshit. I never seen a 3 letters that don't win in my life. They don't win. Those 3 letters don't win, bro. That is like the most loser letters in the alphabet. ETS. I never seen the letters lose so much and win no rings. I mean, granted, Yankees ain't doing so well for a while. Giants ain't doing, but they brought something. They brought a couple of times. But them Ets teams, my God, nothing for decades. It's bad. You know, I'm just saying.
I mean, you got a Clippers fan in the chat. I mean, he might as well be an Xbox fan.
Oh man.
Shit. Oh man, listen, he has access to the room. He about to hop on. He about to be like, hey, this is about to be a sports battle up in here. This is about to be the new Undisputed. We're about to have the new Undisputed. We have Donnell Brown and Joe Will up in here. You know what I'm saying? They're about to let it pop off and stuff like that. You know? All right, man. This was so bad. It's some wild stuff. We got a Cowboy fan live on the air, and he admitted it. That's wild. That's some wild shit right there. The fact that he admitted it too, that's why. And he has a poster. Oh shit, that's dedication.
Oh, I was getting ready to tear that shit down last week, but that was a gift from my brother-in-law.
When he got rid of that shit, I'll be like, wow, bro, that is hilarious. Like that team is cursed. You know what I'm saying?
They are legit. They are,
bro. Well, we'll see, man. Listen, you know what's the good part? You know what's the good part? Giant for me. I'm a Giants fan, right? Obviously, right? Obviously, you can see right here, right? Mm-hmm. I don't have to waste time this whole season. Week 1 will determine the rest of the season for me because we played the Washington Commanders. If the Giants lose, that's it. It's a wrap. Season's over. I don't have to worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm like, I'm not stressing out. I'm not gonna stress out for 17 weeks. No, I'm not doing that.
Well,
If the Giants
luckily
win,
y'all got a
all
nice.
right, I'm good.
Luckily,
Listen.
y'all got a solid little backup right there. Jackson Dart, he's pretty nice.
Yeah, he did good. He did good in the preseason. But listen, it's gonna be easy for me. I don't have to waste time. Week 1 will let me know, Porter Rock, don't waste your time. You good? Or you know,
I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I stopped doing this year's our Super Bowl thing
No.
a long time ago, buddy. A long time ago, buddy.
I just want to go to the playoffs. I want to start out, see the team make it to the playoffs, but this will let me know. If they lose to the Commanders, I'm like, forget it. It's over. We done.
I stopped betting. I stopped fucking saying this year's our year. I stopped all that shit. Too many heartbreaks.
You know what? But listen, I feel you though, because I'm a Knicks fan. So I feel you. I just take it as it goes. As a Knicks fan, I'm like, if we do it, we do it. If we don't, we don't. But yeah, no expectations. Zero expectations. If it happens, it happens. That's it. If God wills it, he wills it. That's how I see it. It's all in God's hands, all right? Craig, you back? I see you off the mute button.
Yeah, I was doing some things here, getting ready for
Brother
work.
Craig.
All right.
What's happening?
What's going on, Craig, man? You playing that dog shit college football?
I was earlier, yeah. I had a good time. Yeah, I won 3 in a row.
Okay, still playing them dog shit games. You know, I see conversations on Twitter now. They're calling 2K an RPG, 2K basketball. What's going on?
I didn't know that.
What the hell?
I don't know.
What the hell is that about?
Yeah. Oh man, do not know.
Like,
I haven't played here.
Like, chat, y'all know what that conversation's about? 2K and RPG. I saw, because I see, like, what is his name? Deathstroke or whatever the fuck his name is. What's his name in? He's usually on Crossfire. I forgot his name, man. It's Death something. Death Stranding, Deathstroke, whatever. He's a PC.
I think it is Deathstroke.
It's not Deathstroke, is it? No, I don't think his name. That's too cool of a name.
It's Death
I know it's not Death Stranding.
No, his name is not Death Stranding. Death Singer, there you go. Yeah,
Deathstroke
is too cool. Yeah, Deathstroke is too cool of a name. It ain't that cool. Death Singer. So that's his name. He had like 10 tweets crying like, oh my God, I can't believe these guys are calling NBA 2K an RPG. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, did this guy crack? And then I saw like a thread, NBA 2K RPG of the year. I'm like, I didn't even not a thread. What is it? Space. Twitter Spaces. NBA 2K26 RPG of the year. I'm like, I'm not even clicking on that space. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm leaving it alone. I'm not even doing that shit alone. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they implemented in NBA 2K, but I'm not gonna participate in the conversation on whether or not it's RPG. You're not trolling me into that shit. That shit, I'm not even gonna.
That's how you end up spending $32,000 on that game.
Yeah.
Bro, did you see the look on that man's face?
Yo,
oh, fuck.
That man spent 32 G's in that game.
Bro.
You are on crack, bro.
Hold on.
That is
Hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody actually did NBA 2K as an RPG as a category?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
32 G's. No. So, you know what's crazy? The fact that we just said 32K didn't bother Brain. What's bothering him is somebody calling it an RPG. You balling. The 32 don't matter. It's the RPG category. I don't know if it's a troll, but that was blowing up, and they had a whole spaces on it. Somebody called the space NBA 2K26 RPG of the year. I didn't even click on the space. I'm like, nope, not today, Satan, not today.
Clickbait.
You can't make this shit up. Yo, see, that's why gaming is so fucked up right now, because people don't have the fucking categories correct. I mean, it's a fucking sports game first and foremost. You know what? I don't want to talk about it. I just want to talk shit, but not about that.
It's a sports RPG.
That shit don't make any damn sense.
Listen, you got Western RPGs, you got JRPGs, you got tactical RPGs, now you got sports RPGs. Now you got sports RPGs.
You do.
Man.
Simulator shit.
Man, you know what? This is why this console generation is gonna be the last console I'm gonna buy. Because you got fucking idiots. You got idiots got the idiot running the asylum, yo. Like,
Yo,
come on,
listen,
man.
the sports game evolved, bro. It evolved. We got now sports RPGs. It's go toe to toe without. It's gonna go toe to toe with Elden Ring.
And
I
Witcher.
gotta look this up. I
Night
gotta
Ring.
look this up.
Wait, it's gonna go toe to toe with The Witcher 4. You did I watch it today? This year's Game of the Year's award. Jeff Keighley's Game of the Year awards. You're gonna see Elden Ring, Night Ring, and the nominees are Expedition 33, Elden Ring, Night Ring, NBA 2K26.
Can't even smile.
And the winner is NBA 2K26.
We thought a DLC pissed you guys off last year.
You're gonna see LeBron James go up stage to get the award.
It would be Ronnie 2K.
Or Bronny, yeah.
Oh man, I want to see it. Oh man, make it happen. Oh man, I can only see like the chat be like, "This is the worst gaming generation ever."
That's what happened when you got Puntaris running, coming up with shit.
Oh, I would die laughing. I want to see it. In fact, I'm gonna start hyping it. I'm gonna start hyping that shit as an RPG. I don't give a fuck. I'm hyping that shit. I'm starting the movement. No, the movement already began. I'm just gonna pile onto it. I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna fight for democracy. You know,
There you go.
sports games deserve a vote. I'm gonna get me a 2K poster and I'm gonna like get it specialized where it says RPG. Background. That way people look at my video. Wait a minute. Does that say NBA 2K RPG? Is it RPG now? Oh man. Anyway, it's all right. That's funny. So Craig, man, everything good? How was your Labor Day?
Oh, it was fine. Yeah, I had a day off. It's pretty nice. Went out and grilled out. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice way to end the summer. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. All right. Good. Good to hear. I'm glad everybody. And of course, Brain. I'm sure your Labor Day was good with the kids. Did you do anything special?
You know what? No, I noticed. I'm always a somber person. I swear I'm not trying to be somber.
No.
But you know what I noticed? I noticed that there weren't any cookouts.
Oh man.
Really?
There were nah. Like normally, like
bro, meat's expensive.
That's
Oh,
gonna sell this
Them
weekend, though.
them shits is for the 1% now. You think you cooking burgers and hot dogs at these prices? Hell nah.
nah. Man, I was like, damn. I was just saying that to my wife a little bit earlier. I was like, damn. Normally, when I drive around on Labor Day, I normally smell barbecues, but I ain't smell not one barbecue.
Yeah,
and I know I didn't want to do Labor Day because I did Memorial Day. So
it's somebody else's turn.
Yeah.
and somebody else is like, nah, dog, them tariffs. Can't do it.
Yeah, really.
We got them tariffs. That shit's hurt. You know the price of beef? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers won't even make you an Oscar Mayer wiener. Pause. You know, them days is done, bro. Them days is
That
done.
laugh was diabolical, dude.
Oh, snap. All right, people, man. All right, let's get the show going. First, I want to say to the chat, to the viewers right now, I really appreciate you guys rocking with us. I hope we can have a good show for you guys to enjoy. While you're here, please hit the like button and share this out. And, of course, membership opportunities is available if you choose to. But ultimately, I truly appreciate you guys joining us live, enjoying the conversation. Let's get up in this. And we're going to kick it off, right? Let me put this on the screen. Oh, Xbox, where art thou? All right. So we got a little report saying Xbox Next may cost two times as much as PlayStation 6 due to Magnus APU and third-party store support. Xbox PCs won't support backwards compatibility. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, mama. What is going on here? I thought this was an Xbox. All right. It says right here the Xbox next generation system could cost significantly more than the PlayStation 6 due to the Magnus APU and the potential support of third party stores that would deprive Microsoft of the 30% cut on every game sold on the system. Commenting on the next generation system on the NeoGAF forums, known AMD leaker Kepler L2 reiterated that the leaked AMD Magnus APU will power both console and a line of gaming PCs, adding that, contrary to speculation, only the console will support backwards compatibility with previous generation Xbox games, mostly due to publishers not being okay with an Xbox game license getting turned into a PC game license. Outside of legal gray area of a potential Xbox Window dual boot, Microsoft will likely have no way to get Xbox backward compatible games on PC. On the other hand, the Xbox next generation system supporting Steam and GOG games shouldn't have legal issues and should be feasible on a technical level by running the game inside a virtual machine. However, supporting third party stores on the system will likely cause the price of the console to be significantly higher than the PlayStation 6, possibly around double, as Microsoft will need to sell the system at a profit without the 30% cut on every game sold on the system and with the added cost of the Magnus APU, which is reportedly a very large APU. Though obviously unconfirmed, the Xbox Next Generation system costing more than the PlayStation 6 is becoming less surprising, especially after the first details on the AMD Magnus APU leaked online. The big APU with a chiplet design will provide Microsoft with a lot of flexibility to produce a wide range of systems that will likely compete with pre-built gaming PCs rather than other consoles like the PlayStation 6 and Nintendo Switch 2. Sony, on the other hand, is reportedly heading towards a different direction aimed at delivering 4K 120 FPS capable system with significant ray tracing performance uplifts while keeping costs down, alongside a portable system which is expected to easily outperform the Xbox ROG Ally X and even the base PlayStation 5, with games patched to take advantage of the console's capabilities. As such, with these diverse approaches, the next generation of consoles promise to be one of the interesting in years. So, what does this mean in layman's terms? Well, because Microsoft is attempting to provide access to Steam and GOG, the PC Windows stores, they don't make a 30% cut on any game bought. So if you decide to buy, Hogwarts, Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto, all those third-party games, Resident Evil, think of all the games across the industry, right? If you decide to play, well, Epic Game is Fortnite. If you decide to play Fortnite on Epic Game Store and not through the Microsoft Store, all that stuff, Microsoft loses 30%. So Microsoft, it seems, according to rumor, whatever, is preparing for that huge cut, that huge losses in revenue from not getting that 30%. And the way they're going to do it is by making it up and selling the console for profit at huge profits. So they're not, most likely, will not be selling whatever products they have at a subsidized cost, which is what you normally do with a console. In fact, they're going to sell it even at a higher price to mitigate the losses that they're about to get from people buying games on Steam or GOG or Epic Game Store, whatever storefront, the Xbox Magnus applies. With that said, and I will start with Craig. Does Microsoft even know what the hell they're doing? Because they can't even sell a $300 console. What the hell are they thinking trying to sell a console hybrid, whatever they want to call it, at twice the price of PlayStation 6? Do they really think having access to Steam is that big of a deal that a console gamer will pay twice the price of a PlayStation 6 and still may not even outperform it? Like, what's up? What do you think about that?
Damn.
I mean, again, people got to realize that Microsoft is out of the console business. I just think there's still people console warring, and they no longer care about that. They are going to go after that low. I can say low level, that $900 to $1,200 PC gamer. It'll just say, well, hey, look, instead of getting X, Y, and Z, we already have Windows 11. You'll already have access to Steam and GOG, possibly Epic. Who knows? And they're just going to go from there. I've said multiple times that I think people got to really understand that Microsoft is no longer in the console business. They are a multi-plat software giant. Nobody didn't want their hardware, like you just mentioned. Porter Rock, when you were talking about, they didn't even sell 28 to 30 million. So to me, it makes sense for them to do what they're doing. And if they want to run around and say, well, their stuff is more powerful, they'll be able to say that. Sony is, however, targeting the high end console people who want 4K, possibly 8K gaming at between 60 and 120 FPS with path ray tracing. So it's they're doing two different things, and people got to get past it. They're no longer competing against each other. So Nintendo still makes exclusive games. Sony's always made about 3 exclusive games per year. This year they're tracking to make 2. Ghost is coming out, and they make MLB The Show, which is multi-plat. So yeah, your people are starting to see a shift in the market, and a lot of people don't like it. Like I said before, one of your favorite YouTubers is having to stop podcasting and go out and get a real job. Like they literally said this about a week ago. I got to go out and get a different job now because my channel's not making any money because there's no hype, there's no console warning. So yeah, I don't blame them. They're a software company. They made their money on the software side. Apple, their rival, is the hardware guy. Apple made their money with their hardware. So yeah, no surprise to me. I won't be buying it. I'm not gonna knock it. I'll cover it, but it's not something for me. But shout out to anybody who wants to spend that money. It's your money. That's what you want. Then yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
All right. Hey, Brain, what do you think about this? Microsoft still trying to do some type of hardware, not necessarily console. Maybe they try to advertise a console, but regardless of how they advertise this device, being potentially twice the price of a PlayStation 6, simply because it has access to Steam. Do you think Steam is that potent enough? Do you think having access to Steam will mitigate and still get people, well, it has access to Steam, so hell yeah, I'll pay the price. What do you think about this? Do you think that this is a colossal flop in the making?
I think this shit is retarded. That's what I think. I mean, no, I mean, all jokes aside, there's a couple of things. Number one, who in their right mind, or at least, let me rephrase that. In my mind, there is no casual person there's no casual that will be willing to pay double the price of what the PlayStation 6 may cost. And we're talking about, a rocky economy. We're talking about tariffs. Even if the economy was great, I mean, let's just say that the PlayStation 6 cost is $600. We're talking about a $1,200 system that it may potentially cost because they're not going to get 30% of their or rather, yeah, they're not gonna get the 30% because of allowing competing platforms or software holders or software, excuse me, to be on the system. I mean, what's the purpose of this? I mean, to me, it just sounds absolutely retarded. I probably shouldn't be using that word, but that's what it is to me. Who can afford that? People in Martha's Vineyard or whatever, Beverly Hills or whatever, really nice neighborhood.
Martha's Vineyard.
I mean, this is really, really silly, man. I mean, they're out of the hardware business. Like, why are they still trying to? You know what? Let me stop there. I just don't see the purpose of it. I mean, because they are a $3 trillion company. That if it was any other company, and you gotta forgive me for going all over the place. If it was any other company, no company can survive like this. I just don't get it. I mean, to me, there has to be a longer end game that, of course, I'm not at Microsoft. I'm not in that type of business. I'm not a C level executive that I don't have the foresight to see what they're doing. To me, it's either, hey, they're really thinking ahead, like years ahead, or they're really fucking retarded based on the shit that I said. I mean, to me, that's just, I mean, what was the woman's name that from G4 Gaming, and she stated about PlayStation is a dead man walking.
Dead man walking,
yeah. Xbox is a dead man
snap.
walking. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and I like the point you make. The price range that Microsoft going, they lost the casual market. That's just a loss. That's gone. I mean, even the Xbox Drag Ally, casuals ain't buying that. They're not buying $500, $900 handhelds. They're not gonna do it. That's more like a hardcore thing, right? And if they have the same mindset with their next home devices, they lost the casual market. The casuals ain't buying that. I don't think even the Xbox casuals who just play 2K, maybe they sign up for Game Pass, Call of Duty, things like that, they're not even gonna buy it. They're not dropping a G, $1,200, $1,300 for whatever product just simply because you have Steam on it. That's not a selling point. That's not going to be a selling point for that amount of money. They're just not going to do it, especially if it's twice the price of the PlayStation 6. Oh my God, this is like Xbox One, PS4 gen all over again, and that was only $100 difference. Motherfuckers dropped Xbox for $100. It was just $100 difference. 500 and 400. And you saw how fast people left Xbox because of $100 price difference. They'd be like, I'm not paying $100 when the PS4 does 1080p and Xbox does 720p. And that's just $100. Imagine $300, $400, $500, $600 over the price of a PlayStation 6. It's a wrap. That they lost the casual. That's already a loss. And maybe Microsoft don't care to have a casual audience. I don't know. Chill Will, what do you think about this? They drop in hardware, whatever you want to call it, PC, Xbox, whatever. But the consumer's going to look at it, oh, this is the new Xbox. $1,200? PlayStation 6, $600? You think them advertising Steam will attract users to pay an extra $600 to get that machine? You think Steam has that clout?
Hell no. I'm so glad you brought up the ROG Ally X. Like, there's a reason why they haven't dropped that price yet on those pre-orders. I see the pre-order go up a lot on my Instagram. They're doing a lot of sponsorship for that, but there's a reason why they haven't dropped that price. Nah, Steam's not going to sell that. It's really not. They boosted their consoles by $100. The 2 terabytes, $700. The regular Series X is $600. And if you look at the Famitsu records, the PS4 is outselling the Xbox right now. Like monthly. No one's buying that, bro. I like watching Spawnwave every morning to get my news, and when he shows how much the Switch is doing, PS4 is right there above Xbox Series. It's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. I thought they stopped making PS4s. Like, golly.
Nah, they're finding them in the back.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's wild. But what do you think about this overall idea? Like, what is Microsoft thinking? Like, what is their end game? Because they released a handheld. They didn't release a handheld. They just put their name on a handheld that was already coming out. That's gonna flop. That's definitely the ROG Ally is definitely gonna flop. Now, potentially overpriced hardware and I could see that. I could see this. I could see the logic of Microsoft releasing hardware, but they realize because gamers will have access to Steam and GOG, which is what they want. They're the ones offering it. They realize there's a consequence to that decision. That if more and more gamers start buying the third-party titles on Steam and GOG and whatever, and not on the Xbox store, Microsoft loses all that money out. So how does Microsoft make back that money? Well, the cost of the hardware and Game Pass, and hopefully Game Pass. So I could see these products are going to be very expensive. And what it is, the main thing about consoles is the bang for the buck performance. Because they're willing to take a little bit of loss. Some of them take outright losses the first year. Microsoft been taking permanent losses, but for Sony's case, they never figured out how to get their stuff profitable, right? But the logic makes sense. You get it out, you take a loss on the consoles, you try to get it right after a year and a half, but in the meantime, your software sales, your subscription sales, all this stuff makes up for the losses, right? Third-party sales, lots of third-party sales. That 30% cut will make up for the losses. Microsoft won't have that. Imagine selling hardware at a loss and everybody's buying their games on Steam. That's like even loss. Like you lost your hardware and now you're losing on software sales. So this is a bad proposition. So I can see these consoles being even more expensive than I predicted. Crazy strategy. Right?
I mean, you all do realize you're in the generation of getting it ready. I mean, that's what I still don't understand. I mean, y'all just need to start getting it ready. You know?
Oh man, I'm not getting ready. I ain't getting shit ready. I ain't getting shit ready.
If they want to play on that,
I don't care who them. Who them? I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't know you, boy. I'm gonna walk by that box just like how I walked past the Xbox Series X. I don't know you, but get out of here, yo M. So I don't know. I don't know if you caught up, but to give you the Cliff Notes version, right? because of Microsoft. You know, whatever device they're going to create it's backed by an APU called Magnus. That's the project, right? Because of the cost of the Magnus APU plus Microsoft realizing that if we provide, allow, the Steam client, GOG client, all these PC clients, and give gamers the option to use them, that when they exercise these options, they lose 30% cut on all software that's sold. So because of this, they can't sell the hardware at a subsidized cost. In fact, they're going to have to try to sell the console at a more price to make up or at least mitigate the losses they're about to get from software. So the rumor has it that potentially Microsoft's own products can cost almost double the price of what PlayStation 6 could potentially be. What do you think about that?
So just to clarify, is this still going to be this idea of having the hybrid console where it has both
supposedly.
storefronts on it?
Yes.
Um,
And because
Okay.
it has the second storefront, which is Steam, whatever, Microsoft is already anticipating losses in game sales. Because if you buy the game on Steam, they get nothing out of that. It all goes to Valve.
yeah, obviously.
So,
Yeah, obviously.
mitigating is trying to make more money off the sale of the hardware. And it could potentially be
Yeah.
double the price of the PlayStation 6.
In reality, it should be triple, really, if you think about it. Because no, that 30% cut goes a long way, like if you think about it, if hardcore gamers, they like to say that they spend around, let's just say even just for even numbers, $1,000 per year on gaming. If you were to be that hardcore, that means that you give 300 of that automatically every year to Microsoft, no matter where you pay. Obviously, if you pay for their own products, you're giving a larger cut of that. You've got Game Pass on top of that and everything like that. But if you just look at, okay, let's say you only spend $1,000 per year. It could be on one game, and then you just pay for microtransactions. It could be on a plethora of games that are all third party. You're giving $300 a year, and then so at the end of a generation, 8 years, that's $2,400 extra dollars they've made on you. Should say no to that revenue in the millions of numbers, because there'll be millions of people that could make that decision. Yeah, I think it's double the PS5 will be getting away with murder, actually. If you think about it, they're actually doing you a favor. So listen, if the Xbox customer, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what I think, because I'm not gonna buy an Xbox. If the Xbox customer wants this, then if that's the price of admission, I think that they're actually doing pretty well. It's you pay double the price of a PS5, assuming performance parity, right? Pay double the price of a PS5, but I have access to third-party storefronts. That's actually a good deal. I don't think that that's a bad deal at all. Now, do I think that people are gonna go for it? No, because I don't think that the console customer values that option as much as people think they do. I think that this is another case of backwards compatibility where people really overhype how much they value backwards compatibility. But if Sony was like, okay, fine, you know what, fuck it, we don't even care. Fuck these emulators, fuck all of that. We're just gonna build your PS3 into the next box. Just fuck it. We'll just do it. We'll just put it in there. But then you have to pay the extra cost. Even if they just came up with a separate SKU, like, hey, here's a PlayStation 6. It does PlayStation 5. It does PlayStation 6. It does PlayStation 4. All right. Okay, fine. Now here's a PlayStation 6 backwards compatibility edition. It does all of those, and it does the PS3, which also does the PS1, which also does the PS2. Here you are, the PlayStation Everything box. You can put any disc in there, but this shit is going to cost you an extra $500. Yeah, people aren't going to buy that shit in masses. That thing is going to be a museum piece, okay? It's going to be a piece of memorabilia. They can make 12 of those, and they will not sell out of them. So I think that's it. I think the value proposition, honestly, from a company perspective, is very fucking reasonable, to be honest, if that's what they were to do. But I don't think that these gamers are going to value it enough to pay the extra money to have that option. And it's not en masse.
And I think that's what it is. I don't think Microsoft is really zoned in on the customer. Like, who is this really for, right? Brain mentioned this is definitely not the casual. The casual is not going to see Steam as an appetizing benefit to pay $1,200. They're going to be like, wait a minute, this thing is assuming, of course, this is all from the leak and stuff, right? Kepler. I mean, Kepler's pretty credible source in terms of AMD technology and stuff like that. But you got a $1,200 Xbox device, a $600 PlayStation 6 device. That $600 difference, does a casual console gamer see Steam as that? Is Steam worth $600? And I don't think so. I don't think accessing the Steam store is worth $600 for the most casual, because at the end of the day, this is how I look at it. It's just a store. What's the difference between the Steam store and the PlayStation store and Xbox store? Especially with the games that the casuals buy. All three stores have the same games. There's really nothing different between the stores. Sure, you could say Steam's have these exclusive games, these exclusive indies. Console gamers don't give a shit about that. Listen, console gamers don't play Futanari. They don't give a shit about that. They don't want to see games with dick girls in them. That they just don't care about that. That's not content that console gamers want to play. Okay, let's call it like that, right? Majority of the games
Shower with your daddy simulator.
Yeah, they don't want to play that shit. Console gamers don't want to do that. In fact, if anything, you can argue, because I don't want to say a good portion, but console gamers are known for sports. The sports games aren't on Steam. Madden and college football is not on Steam. So technically speaking, the biggest game for console gamers is not even on Steam. So you're gonna pay $600 to do what? Oh, you could play Assassin's Creed. They're gonna be like, I could do that on the Xbox PlayStation Store. What else you got? Oh, you can play Dad Shower Your Dad. You actually lose them. You lost them there. They'd be like, hell no, we not installing that. So like, is Steam having access to Steam worth a $600 price tag? I don't think a lot of the console gamers, especially the games most console gamers play, and we see what console gamers play because they're on the top of the charts. They play the Fortnites, they play the Call of Duties, they play the Madden, Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto comes out, a big game from EA, a Marvel game, some of the big games and stuff like that. That's going to be on the PlayStation Store. That's going to be on the Xbox Store, right? So when they see a $1,200, they're going to be like, at least from the casual perspective, like that price is way too big just to access a PC store to which they have nothing, right? Now, if they want to branch out into PC handheld, I say that's the benefit. But now you're talking about you trying to do this ecosystem thing, where now you're buying games on Steam, because now Steam games work on these PC handhelds. It's a better ecosystem. Just the Steam ecosystem is much better than the Xbox ecosystem, right? Because literally it's the same ecosystem regardless of the device you're using. It works on your PC, works on your handheld. Okay, I can see that. But how many people are actually going to do that? I don't see a lot, So I don't think Microsoft really fleshed out this plan. They're going to capture even a smaller market. If you thought Xbox Series X sold low, stand by. And with that, Henry, what is going on? Welcome back. Oh, he disappeared.
Hey, what's up,
there you
guys?
go.
Yeah,
What's going on,
Hey,
Henry?
I just my there's some craziness at work. That's all. So
You had to put out some
yeah,
fires?
well, not it's just a lot of last
Yeah.
minute stuff. Sometimes clients can make up their minds until last minute, right? And we have like an event this coming Saturday, and everything is out at the printers last week, but they wanted to add stuff to it, so we had to reprint a lot of stuff, the designs and stuff, right? So yeah.
So you drew the design, printed it, and they'd be like, "Oh, can you add this?" No, bitch, it's printed.
Well, it's a little bigger than that. 'Cause, I work for an ad agency, right? So like,
Now-
so
Oh man, I can't work for that. I'd be like, "Oh, here we got your designs. Here's nice and printed." Oh, can you add this? Bitch, it's printed. It's done.
Well,
Give me my
so
money.
they're going
I'm
to
terrible.
fork out the additional money to print.
Okay.
Right? So it's
All
just but it's a matter of a deadline, right? So because I got like 3 different projects going on, and they're all due. So my creative director, my direct boss is like arguing like which one are we prioritizing if you're saying all of them are like urgent. Like we can't do 3 urgent things at once, right? So, but it's gonna be.
I would have been like, who's paying the most? That's the
Well,
one.
Yeah, none of them are enough. Not for
That's
me
the-
anyway. My
Oh yeah,
salary's
but
not-
that would have been my thing. Who's paying the most? This one. There you go. Money talks, bullshit walks. Hey, I'm ruthless. Yeah, listen.
No.
Here's an advice: do not hire Marines for marketing. We don't give a
No.
fuck.
I worked with I think I worked for someone in the military once. He
Okay.
yeah, he was tough.
He was intense.
Like yeah, he was intense. It was
Way intense.
like like he has a strict rule about the time that we should be at work, and then he couldn't remember who was there, so he would just pick people up again random. Hey, you weren't there. I was like, no,
Oh,
no, I
man.
was there. Right? So, like, what
Oh,
are you talking
man.
about? So,
You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
man.
Oh man, see, I couldn't be there. Like, imagine like I'm working with Extreme and he's setting up the tripod. I'll be like, I don't know why that tripod's not set up yet.
hey,
I
man,
don't know why you're not taking
don't
pictures.
pick
Why
on
you think
don't
the
pick on him
sun's gonna
like
be
that,
out
man.
all day? Hurry up, Extreme. You know,
I
sure, we're
want you
on
to
your
know my
time.
tripod is
I'm
fast
sure
as
the
fuck,
sun is just
okay?
gonna stay there
Relax.
all goddamn night. Let's go. Snap, snap. And you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, Puerto Rico, get your ass back to America. Get back on the plane. Don't ever come back. Oh man. All right. So anyway, so Henry, your thoughts. I don't know how much you heard about it. Did you hear about it? About what we're talking about with this next Xbox, the price tag? Do I need to give you the cliff notes, or have you heard enough?
Please do. But I think
All right.
I read enough saying that it's like they're not really telling us that. Did they give us a definite price today?
No. So right now, Kepler L2, good inside leaker source on AMD and
$100.
things like that. Right. He's saying that the Xbox hardware could potentially be double the price of the PlayStation 6 because
Hmm.
Microsoft realized, well, not realized, but Microsoft is already planning on the losses they're going to get because of having access to Steam and GOG and other PC stores. So when they sell this hardware device, gamers can install Steam. And what happens is every third party game they buy on Steam, Microsoft does not get that 30% cut because you have to buy it on the Xbox store. So,
Right.
or the Microsoft PC store, right? So they're anticipating losses of third party sales. And to mitigate that, they want to sell the console at a higher price, vice the traditional subsidized price that most first party manufacturers sell consoles. You know, they sell consoles at a loss. Well, no, they're going to sell this console at a
Right.
profit to where it could potentially even be twice the price of the PlayStation 6.
Who's gonna? Are you? I mean, who's gonna buy that?
I don't know.
You left him
Like-
Well,
speechless.
the people that got
Trucknet.
it ready.
You got Trucknet. You got Trucknet in the chat. Day one.
Okay. Well, so
Oh, man.
for the most part, like the whole point of having a dedicated console is that you skip all the headaches of owning it as a general device such as a PC, right? So, and because console does require a lot of R&D costs of years and years and millions, right? So, like they it's a lot more expensive than the MSRP that we pay for, and part of that is that it's it's the Trojan horse, right? We like I know I've heard this phrase being thrown around a lot lately, but I don't think it's the right analogy. The Trojan horse is the actual physical hardware, not the games, right? So, once it becomes the install base expand, then like, well, I wouldn't say the consumers are at the mercy of the manufacturer, but you would have the portal to everything that the gamer desire, right? So, you make the money back by losing the money but expanding your business, and which is something that I know that I attempted to do with the Game Pass. I keep bringing this back, but somehow that Game Pass didn't work out for them, and now this, right? I'm not paying, like, if I'm going to spend $900, why wouldn't I buy a Steam Deck? Because then I would just buy games on Steam, right? And isn't that operating system more optimized, for the lack of better phrasing? So it probably crashes less, right? So there's probably less issue when you connect USB stuff to it. But honestly, I'm not big on portable. I just, when I travel, like, even if I do bring something portable too with me, it's hardly like I would be playing. Like, it's not like I'm gonna go and then, oh yeah, let's go to a resort and everybody's at the beach and I'm hiding in my room playing the Switch. I mean, it could happen, but so. But so my take is, like, what what are they doing? Like honestly, like
Why
I asked,
Xbox? Why are you like this?
why do you treat your fans this way? For one, why are you treating your fans this way? Like the people that are dedicated to your ecosystem are kind of getting left out because your machine's not playing them natively, for one.
Well,
Right? And then second of
supposedly
all, like
this next Xbox might be dual boot. They're talking about like dual booting. So the Xbox hardware one, version one, specifically by Microsoft, apparently dual boots, so you could play your Xbox
well,
library and stuff like that. But
then I would just
it's weird.
want the half part. I don't want to do. Yeah, I just want the Xbox.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a
But I
weird thing, right?
understand. Right.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, so apparently, according to the leak, also backwards compatibility via the actual Windows OS is not going to be a possibility. Not because of the technical aspect, but because of the legality. Third party is not inclined. They're not feeling the fact that Xbox console games now all of a sudden can be played on PC. So they're not liking that at all. So there's a legality to that. So it seems like that's not going to happen. Maybe
Yeah,
the first
it's gonna
party, the
hold on
one
the-
that Microsoft owns, they could do that, right? Because it's their own games. But that's just a small fraction of the titles that's on Xbox, right? Majority of it's third party, and third party's like, you're not gonna all of a sudden make our games that we make money off console now work on PC, because then the PC version doesn't get the sale. So, so from the legality aspect, that looks like it's never going to happen. You're never going to get the majority of those games backwards compatible on the PC side. But on the specific Xbox hardware side with dual boot, you pretty much dual boot the old Xbox OS so you can play your games. Okay, which is pretty much, I guess, is just their way to maintain compatibility, because the other OS, most gamers are going to buy the new games based off the new OS, the PC side, right? And they're going to do it through Steam. So Microsoft, like, literally is like in a pinch, right? Because that's a lot of games that they're going to lose out on money, right?
I mean, yeah.
Unless
I
they
mean, if that's
really-
going to do that, why are they still making hardware then? Like, that's my
I
thing.
don't. That's really. They should have just dipped out the hardware completely. Like I think that this is just going to be even worse for them. Like I don't even think this device is going to even last an entire gen. They should have just bowed out the hardware and just cut the plug and left it alone.
Here's the analogy for a dual boot system, all right? Like, think about the Dinobot. You go from the robot to the dinosaur, you're still walking. Why? It's redundant. I love the Dinobot, by the way. I'm just saying.
At least
I'm
the
just saying.
Autobots, you turn into a car. You can go 100 miles an hour. These motherfuckers, they walk slower when they turn into a dinosaur. Oh, shit. That's hilarious. You're still walking, buddy.
Rock.
What's up?
To add to what you said, though, and that's what Xbox is really banking on right now with Play Anywhere, I don't think third parties going for that, where you're like, oh, you can buy my game once and play it on every platform. No.
Nah.
Companies like Grand Theft Auto or Take-Two, they want you to double dip. The fuck? Like, and they're really putting all their eggs in that Play Anywhere thing.
Yeah, they'd be like, third parties like, you could play these nuts anywhere. Get your punk ass out of here. You're gonna sell our game, one copy, 2 versions. Get out of here. They're not trying to hear that. I don't know. Microsoft should have just bowed out, man. They should have done what Sega did. Bow out gracefully. It's okay. Believe me, we all understand. We get it. Xbox gamers, there's not a lot of them. I mean, who are you making this console for? This is a really small community, and now the very few that's left, you're about to price them out. So, like, what are you gonna get? Like 5 million sales of this device?
They're making it. I think
No,
they're
they're
making it
not.
about the. They're making it for the people who still. I think they still want a console experience, but they're gonna get a PC. But that's just my opinion.
For $1,200?
To me, yeah, give or take, if it's that much.
That's
I mean,
like-
we're talking about something
that's
maybe
like-
not mass-produced.
That's like 2 million people that's gonna do that. I mean, think about it. Microsoft has issues selling a $300 Xbox. You gonna try to sell
you're right.
a $1,200 Xbox?
Yeah.
I would
I
still,
mean, people,
Who's
I would-
running
I would still-
Xbox? Dr. Evil?
I would still buy a
Possibly.
Series S if it's portable.
Huh?
I would buy a portable Series S if they ever do that. I'm just saying.
Would you?
I would.
I mean, that's the ROG
Because
Ally.
Well,
No, it's not an Xbox though.
hopefully more optimized, right?
More
So
optimized,
like,
right?
yeah.
I don't know, man. This is strange. This is I don't know. All right, I don't know. Microsoft.
Actually,
Listen,
I'm
this is
interested. What would be
Microsoft
the
is the
appeal
worst
of the
hardware
portable
company
Series S?
ever. What happened?
I'm just asking Henry, what would be the appeal of the portable Series S?
I don't know. It just feels like the power is meant for portable. It might run things better because of the smaller screen. Like would I?
Mm,
Yeah, like it's purely from an idealistic perspective because
mm,
otherwise I'd just
okay.
play all the games on my PS5 anyway.
I mean, that makes
So, do you
sense.
think it'd be more powerful than the Switch 2?
Oh yeah, Switch 2 is dog shit.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
Switch
It is.
2 more like a
The Switch 2,
PS4?
yeah, that's a weak piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's weak as fuck. Series S is stronger than that shit.
Yeah.
The only
okay,
reason why
okay,
the reason
okay,
only reason why
okay.
we don't see it that way because Series S is a console, so we treat it as such. But I think Series S as a portable, it makes sense. Then all the things we talk shit about doesn't really apply because it's portable. So that does make sense. Interesting. I don't know. Can we all agree Microsoft just sucks at hardware, bro? They just
I mean,
fuck.
they
I mean,
don't just fuck the hardware for the
Zune was the only
longest.
good thing they ever made, and they fucked that up.
Actually, Surface was pretty good.
Was
Yeah,
it?
You know.
Surface tablet is
Yes.
actually really
Actually,
Yes.
actually, they've had great hardware concepts that they have shipped into products, but that they never let mature into the products they were supposed to be. Like you mentioned, Zune,
Zune was
Surface.
great,
Surface was
man.
hot for a while. Surface was hot for a while. Like people were going out of the way to buy. Like they created entire Microsoft stores of the Surface brand. So clearly it was hot for a while, and then they just kind of let it die and fade
I think
into
yeah, I think they're
irrelevancy.
still making it. They're just like I don't think
Yeah, it's more like business users now
Yeah.
that they're trying to target. But no, there was a time when they created Microsoft stores out of this. Like it was the own brand of the MacBook. So it clearly was resonating with the casual public. Though there was a time when I was in university where having a Surface was actually the ideal kind of computing
Makes sense.
device for
Because the
that
school was also
environment.
Windows, right? The school was also
Yeah,
Windows
exactly.
environment, assuming, so it made
And
sense.
it was a good touch screen. It had a nice interface, and it came with the pen. Or I mean, I'm not sure if the pen was like in the package, but they had a pen that was pretty nice for what it did for OneNote and everything like that. When I was going through university, it was one of the things that I wish I had, so I could just take notes on a digital device, and I wouldn't have to carry around either paper or separate books and everything like that. So they could have really been relevant to this day. Then they started doing weird things with the Surface. I had to remember this, the Surface Studio. Do you remember the little
I do.
desktop that
I
that would
do.
lean
I
down
do.
and basically try to compete with Wacom, but then it had the power of like a fucking I don't know turbo graphics or something. It's just like you're like, wait a second, why would you marry this clearly creator-oriented tool for an insane price? By the way, it was insanely expensive. Okay, to basically a potato. It had the Series S at the back. That's basically what it had. And it was like this weird thing where it's like when it came to the screen and everything, it was like actually quite a compelling product because if you had to compare it to a Wacom digital device of the same size of a Cintiq tablet, it was very competitive. Wasn't as good as a Wacom, but it could have been. And then people were like, but we need the power because you also didn't just create the screen. Like people were like, okay, listen, if you don't want to put all of this engineering in having a really powerful system because then it'll be even more expensive, just give us this product as a monitor or again like a Cintiq tablet competitor, and then we will provide the power needs that we have, and then we'll be able to use it, and you will compete with Wacom in a thing where they usually don't have a lot of competition. But it didn't do that. So I don't know. It's like there are people at Microsoft who are actual hardware geniuses, but it seems that the people at the top don't value them enough to turn those hardware dreams into the reality. Even when you take a look at like the Xbox ecosystem, right? Like ever since the 360, they've created fairly good consoles, right? They don't have the red ring of death anymore. They're pretty reliable. I don't think anyone is worried about the series console like not working in 5 or 6 years. I think they're pretty well engineered, but they just don't hit. There's just that thing that's missing from them, and I just think that Microsoft is just strange about the thing. But even the phones, like the Nokia phones, were great. You know, the ones that came under the Windows phone brand. Like when you take a, I think it was a Nokia Lumia 900 series. When you look at them hardware wise, they were actually genuinely good phones for the time. So it's bizarre.
Mm, interesting. Don't know. All right. Let me go hit up some super chats. Then move on to the next topic. Here we go. Glassdoor Gamer says, pull the plug on the Xbox's existence already. This is a joke of execution. They are trying to let their fan base down with the "it's not you, it's me."
Oh
Oh
man.
man, it's not you, it's me. Oh man. All right, we got the Major Claridge, and he hooked somebody up twice. He got 2 gift memberships. So if you're one of the 2, if you're both of you, for the 2 people that received the membership gift from Major Claridge, please thank him. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and of course, €2 or £2 super chat. I think that's the pound symbol, right? Yeah, I think that's pound. All right, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Brandon Holiday style, says, is Xbox trying to prove that they have a better exit strategy than Sega did back in the day? Rest in peace,
Oh.
Dreamcast. Oh, man. I don't know what
Oh,
Microsoft is trying
man.
to do, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. It's like trying to keep the Iraq war going, man. Just cut your losses and just shut it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what it
man.
sounds
These
like
guys
to me? I feel like the hardware is an afterthought. It's like, like Microsoft, the heads are already decided, oh, we're going to go software, but the hardware department is trying to kind of salvage and pitch, trying to save their employees, and then all the R&Ds and stuff, right? So it's an attempt, and yeah.
they're just trying to.
I know the last time I got laid off, it's because like the director of my department wasn't able to convince the execs above the umbrella to keep
To
this
stay
team,
relevant,
right? So
to try to stay relevant. So they're
yeah,
trying to stay relevant.
so
They're just coming up with anything.
yeah.
And they came up with
I can
Xbox Magnus.
I can understand it from their perspective, and I just, but from a consumer perspective, what the are you doing? Right?
So their idea is release a product that's twice the price of the PlayStation 6. Outstanding.
Have you
Outstanding. That's gonna
noticed that
work.
Microsoft doesn't listen
No,
to its core customer base when
I
it comes
don't
to hardware?
know. They don't.
Like, because I'm just like, I think about all the examples that we said. With the
Oh my
Zoom, people were
god.
like, hey, listen,
Oh,
great hardware, just give us better software.
oh
With the
god.
Windows Phone, people were like, hey, great hardware, just give us better software. With the Xbox, people are like, hey, great hardware, just give us better software. And they do everything but that. Like, people are just like, listen, we like your shit, just give us better shit to enjoy it with. And they just refuse to do, like, who is the gamer? And I know, the thing about the Xbox influencers is that they flip flop according to the company. But who in like 2020 was looking at the series console coming out and being like, wow, that sounds fantastic. 2 consoles, two, all of this. I love it. I love it. Man, I just really wish I had Steam on it, you know? Like, who
Yeah.
was saying that? Who was like,
Nobody.
oh man, I just, like, ah man, it's missing another storefront. I feel like if we had another storefront, and it's just like you do everything but the thing that the people want, and who was in 2020 just being like, when we say Xbox has no games, what I mean is that they should buy third-party publishers and then not make those games exclusives. That is exactly what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what they should do. Like, who was saying these things?
Oh man.
You know? Because they always say, "Oh, we listen to the community. We love, Phil Spencer. He loved that stick. Oh, I listen to a community. I play with the community. I do this with the community." But who was whispering that in your ear? Like, yeah, this is the move. When Activision Blizzard was starting to go down because they love to mistreat women in the workplace. Who was like, Phil Spencer should go out and save these guys behind. And it's just a golden parachute from Phil is exactly what I think this situation needs. Now, of course, when it happens, you have all of these sycophants that now pretend that that's what they wanted all the way through. But we've got memories. We remember we remember all of the things what they were saying about the power differences, 30% better GPU, the Series S is going to be on par with the PS5. These people were talking a lot of big shit, but it was all within the console realm. And then they were talking about games, you know. And then when the games came out, I remember them pretending that Craig wasn't an issue. I remember them pretending that
Oh
Craig
yeah.
wasn't an issue.
Mm-hmm.
They were like we all saw what happened. We all saw that demo or that trailer or whatever that the little showcase they did for Halo Infinite. We also those PS2 graphics. Go ahead, Edwin.
Oh no, I was laughing because I remember Craig. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Craig, but
Yeah, exactly, man. We
And
remember
also,
them being in denial and pretending that these games were gonna be better. You know, we remember them pretending that the fact that they delayed Halo Infinite for an entire year wasn't because of the feedback, even when the people said it was because of the feedback. Do you remember when what is it? Digital Forgery came out and said, oh, it was because of the day and night cycle. It was because it was shot during the day that the grass looked so bad. And people were like, wait a second, the grass clips in front of you, it clips out of existence, you know, when you walk, and you're saying it's because there is a day and night system? Like that's the lighting is what is making glass fade just into oblivion? That was the issue? You know, that was insane. Also, Henry, when you see, I feel like I would be such
it's
a
just a conversation between me and M now, by the way, guys.
yeah. When you see a I don't know. I feel like I'm already pretty opinionated, but I feel like if I had your skill set, right, and I could look at the graphical world and understand more of what goes into creating art, drawing, whether that's in a movie, a show, a game, I think I would be insufferable. Like even more so when I look at bad art, because I hate bad art as it is,
I'm
But
pretty
I'm just like,
insufferable. I just don't say
yeah.
it.
Oh, you just don't say it. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
see.
just keep it in.
That's weird.
So
I
I'd be
don't know how
stressed
to
out.
do that. I don't like the filter.
Never change. Never change. Stream.
Listen, I figured my people were colonized and they were not allowed to talk. So since I'm not colonized, I may as well talk. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, I'm
I
talking.
just want generational improvement. I'm trying to stop the cycle. If I ever give the world the misfortune of having an offspring, I want that person to be
The
even more considered than me.
misfortune of having an
Oh my God.
offspring. Wow.
What?
Wow. And I thought Chill Will's retarded jokes was bad. Oh man.
What do
My
you
man
mean?
said
Wait.
he's like, oh he's like, this guy says the misfortune of having an offspring. All right.
Listen, it's a
Glenzer.
personal thing.
It's a personal thing. Glenzer, thank you for the super chat. Glenzer says, MS should heed a quote from the movie Gladiator 2000. People should know when they're conquered. Oh, man. We got movie lines up in here. And Jenna Hayes, thank you for the super chat. All I know is P-Rock and J-Dub going to run up on Sarah Bond working at Bond's Chicken Shack because the Rock Island X is going to fail. Oh man. All right. Okay. All right. Next question. All right. So here goes the next topic. Before we move on, man. Hey, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Please hit the like button and shout out to everybody enjoying it. I really appreciate you, everyone in the chat. All right. So the next one, a little bit touchy for me. It's a little bit touchy. This is a touchy subject for me. I don't know if it's a touchy subject for any of y'all. Yeah, right?
No.
But this
I like
subject
this
is
one.
this subject is so touchy that I refunded Expedition 33. So that's how touchy this subject is, right?
like this
refunded
one.
it. I refuse to play
I
Expedition.
love
I
it.
will never play this
I
game.
love it here.
Okay, I
I
would
love
never
it
play
here.
this game. All right, I would
I
never
love
play
this
this
here.
game. Just to do that, just to spite Eminem. Like, I'm not playing
I love it here.
Expedition 33. It pissed me off so much.
Yes,
All right,
I
I'm
want
gonna
you to
play.
play no more.
I'm gonna play Expedition 34. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Expedition 34. Okay, no, but in all seriousness, though, all right, lost all aside. So if you've been following my channel, I've been waiting for this game since 2017. 8 years for this game, right? So the game's finally out. I will start out with the positive, the combat. The combat is fantastic. fantastic. If you are a fan of hack and slash, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Dante's Inferno, Ninja Gaiden, this game does it, right? And what I like about it is you got to learn the movesets. You got to pay attention to what you're purchasing, because they all link, because you could buy the wrong movesets, as you develop, the upgrade, and they don't link, and now you're just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? Because, each weapon has, like, a little chart that you keep buying stuff, but some moves are meant with other predicated moves before that. So if you just buy stuff just to buy stuff, you're just wasting time. So the game emphasizes on you actually understanding, what each move is, and then you put in the time to practice, and oh man, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So the combat, top notch, love it for the combat, does that. It's where everything else comes to play. And as a package, I would say this is a $40 game. At best, $40. It's $40. It's not $60. It's a $40 game through and through. Combat's great, but, and I know we have gameplay purists, which I understand. If you're a gameplay purist and you don't care about sound, graphics, story, none of that. You want the pure gameplay, you will love this game because the gameplay is top notch. But if you expect the whole package, because the game does cost $60, and you expect the complete package, I say everything else falls short. Graphically, it's not impressive. The world is kind of bland for me. I know you've seen screenshots, and they can make it look beautiful, but you're not fooling me because I'm playing the game. What it is they're like walking in an area, and they're just like looking for like the best angle where the sun, the vistas at, the trees, and they take a screenshot. They're like, oh, look at this great graphics. Man, you ain't worrying about that shit. As you traverse and actually walk through the world, it's pretty much like, oh, man. Like, come on, man. And then especially with 8 years. Now, I'm putting the blame on Sony. I'm not putting the blame on the developer. I understand the developer is like 40-man studio. This is their first time working on a major project. They only got a budget of $8 million. The list goes on why the game ended up the way it is, right? But that doesn't... So here's the excuses. Here's the excuses everybody's using. One, the studio was going through a multitude of troubles. Sometimes they had to start over, okay? They only had an $8 million budget, apparently. So apparently this game only cost $8 million, right? This is the first time working on a major game on the PlayStation 5 and PC, all that stuff, all right? And I'm like, you know what? All of that is fine. But what all of that means is it's not really so much an excuse on why the game is. It just shows you Sony didn't do enough. They allowed these things to happen, which is result in the game. And right? And we all Sony knows first party. I mean, Sony knows single player. They have the magic touch. They make gold out of everything as a publisher. They provide the best support. And now they're going to tackle live service games and they're going to do the same thing. Well, in my opinion, they really hung this game out to dry, right? A few things I personally feel that Sony should have done. Number one, small studio. I get it. 40-man studio. So why did you make them do day and day multiplayer with PC? Even Rockstar doesn't do that. Even Rockstar knows better, right? They want their game to be at its peak. That's why they split the time. They're like, we're going to do the console first because we need a peak game. Then we port to PC. Of course, there's a little bit of decision on, double dipping. But a small studio, and you want them to do a day and day multiplayer on PC? Like, are you out of your mind? This game should have just been PlayStation 5. Let them focus on the PlayStation 5. Then you port the game later to PC when you can just focus on PC with the game already made. That's number one. Number two, they clearly didn't get a lot of help, right? Because you know why? Because Nix is too busy doing Helldivers on Xbox. Somebody could have helped these guys. They could have put Nixes to help them out. Again, just focus on the PS5 Nixes. Get your ass over there, help them out. We need to step up the quality because I firmly believe it doesn't matter if you put a game on multiple platforms. No one's really going to buy it if it's not impressive in all the categories. There's not a lot of customers that are gameplay purists. Some people just visually look at the game and they're already written off just by the visuals. Just by looking at it, people are like, I'm not playing this for $60. this game looks terrible just from the visuals. And then some people play the demo, which is not a very, from what I hear, is not a good representation. Listen, I haven't played the demo. I don't play demos because I think most demos aren't a good representation of games. But from what I'm told, the demo is like the beginning part of the game. That's a terrible. To me, if they did a demo, the demo should have been like the halfway point of the game. Because the beginning of the game for like the first 2-3 hours, the combat is not representative of the game because you have to meet up with the dragon. You know, so you seen the game with the little flying dragon that follows you? That's a character. His name is Lord Arena. He's the one that unlocks your abilities. But until you get to that point, you have a bare bones combat thing. So like the first, and it's like a good 2 hours you play without him until you finally get up to him. So if you just play the first 2 hours, that is nowhere near the combat. It's pointless. The first 2 hours shouldn't be 2 hours. It should be 10 minutes. The beginning part was way too long just to get to the part where you finally get to the actual core gameplay of the game. So a lot of people got ran off on that too. Like I honestly do not know what Sony did with this game. I don't know what they did. In my opinion, it was just, here's $8 million. This game's been in development long enough. Just get it out there, right? And then you can already see this, and this is already pissing me off. This is just pissing me off in gaming in general. But like, developers don't want to make complete games. So right here, September 1st, a patch has been deployed on PC. So they're talking about, here you go. They got the patch. And they go, dear players, PlayStation patch is live at will. And then it says, we have reported this patch on PC can make the game crash on launch. So now the patch is messing up the PC game. Now a new patch has been deployed. You know, dear players, we released an emergency patch for the PC version. So another patch had to be released, you know? Like they had a small studio worry about 2 damn platforms. Why? If they're very rookie-ish, right, and you're giving them their spotlight, you're Sony Publishing. You know better. You know this is not going to work out. You're literally, this is your forte. Have we gotten to the point now that Sony's so far up live service games ass that they're forgetting the single player side and what it takes, you know? Now, I'm not saying I expect Lost on the Side to be Insomniac or Naughty Dog. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest. This game, aside from the gameplay is phenomenal. The combat's phenomenal. Everything else, this is something I would expect that Microsoft would be cool with. I'm gonna be honest. This game, I will say, if you know, outside the combat, this is something I expect from Microsoft Publishing. This is the shit they would allow. This is a day one Game Pass game. I'm gonna say it. This is Game Pass fodder. The only thing that saves this game is the combat. That's it. This game is perfect for Game Pass. This is something I would expect from Microsoft. Game Pass fodder. Like I just like everything else is substandard. It's just it's a $40 game. So $40 game or day one on Game Pass. But $60, and I bought it, I'm playing it. Luckily, you know, I joined the combat because I played Forspoken. Forspoken was not, you know, M. We both play Forspoken. We know how that game is. And I think we're the only two honest in the community about the game. Right? We all seen the faults of Forspoken. Everybody's like, oh, you're not giving it a fair shake. No, the game deserves all the criticism it got. If you honest about the game, it is. But I finished and played it because I enjoyed the style of combat. The style of combat and how they made it was fun. So I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Combat was fun. Everything else was like, boy, stop. Lost on the Side is just a
boy.
Yeah. Combat yeah, it was really good in that game. It was really good.
This is Forspoken 2.0. Same thing. Everything else is substandard, but the combat's great. So if you love gameplay, you're gonna enjoy this game. But if you also want nice looking vistas, like graphics, sound, just the full scope of a game for $60, you're not gonna get it. Just wait for the sale. Just wait till this game is $30, and then you probably won't critique it as much. Maybe you still will, but that's just my thing. I don't know. Will, are you playing the game?
I am. Yeah.
So how you liking it? What's your thoughts on it?
I kind of feel the same way as you. I think the combat's really good. I haven't got too far in it. I just did the first boss after you get Lord Arena.
Mhm.
Dog, the one thing that I fucking can't stand about that game that you didn't bring up was the fucking environmental puzzles. Like, how many blue fucking orbs
Oh
do I
my!
gotta
Well, it gets worse.
smash,
It
dude?
gets worse. It gets worse, bro. It gets
Bro, I'm
worse.
like,
It gets
I
worse.
think that's just lazy game design
It gets
when you
worse.
that's your main puzzle. But
Wait till you see the rest.
uh,
There's more, and
but
then
I
and then, and,
do,
there, and there's even they're even shittier. They're worse.
dog.
Like that's another thing. I hate games that half-ass certain gameplay aspects. Just
Mhm.
don't do it. You know,
Like, I felt like they just put it there to put it there.
yes, like platforming.
Right.
If your game sucks at platforming, don't do it. If your
Right.
characters and stuff like that ain't really designed to jump, like I heard that was probably the only complaint of Expedition 33 was that platforming
Yeah,
part. Because the characters aren't
platforming
designed
was shit.
because the characters aren't designed for platforming. That game,
Yeah.
the way they are, they're not meant for that. So don't do it. There's no reason to do that. You know? And I
Yeah.
feel the same way. Like if your character isn't designed, like if you're gonna do platforming, your character should be designed for platforming. You know, you should have certain skill sets or certain moves. Like, bro, like that shit. So, bro, stand by. You don't like those puzzles? Stand by. Some of them are just downright stupid and a waste of time. Like, oh my God, you didn't need to do this. Like, you just interrupt the flow of the game. So, yeah, bro, stand by. But the combat gets even better. If you're early that game, the only thing I'm gonna say is listen, before you upgrade and buy moves, read what the move says, and when it tells you these moves, like this move happens after this move, go back and see if you have that move already. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't just buy moves to buy moves. Pay attention to what you really want to buy because they link. But if you just buy random moves and none of them link, you're just wasting energy and time, and so.
And that's how you build up your combos, right?
That's how you build it with combos. You gotta have a certain
All right.
style and learn whatever because they link. So read it, and then it'll tell you the predecessors, the ones moves before it. Then read if you already have those moves, and then you be like, all right, okay, I got this. Yep, I'm gonna buy this because then all three link, and then that's when you see all that crazy combo shit, which is fantastic. But I'm saying, and I'm not blaming the developer. This is things Sony could have mitigated 100%. Like I said, number one, no PC version.
So-
you get that later on. You'll get the PC version.
So
Just focus on the console. Number two,
Real quick,
what's up?
to add, like, is this game really doing that bad? It's number 4 as the top game on PlayStation right now.
I don't know. We'll
Is it
find
really
out.
doing
We'll
that
see.
bad?
We'll see in MP. Well, we gotta understand.
You're right.
So depending how you do the chart, because they did the same thing with Concord.
Right.
It's how you manipulate the chart. I remember they said Concord was the 4th best-selling game. I'm like, yeah, but look, you just put in a chart of newly released games. There was no other game that newly released. So yeah, it's like the top game out of the. So it depends on where you chart. That's why I'm saying, listen, if people want to know about sales, just wait for MPD.
Yeah. That, and we won't find that out till this month, actually.
No,
Later this month.
Well, it's August, September. Yeah,
we're in September.
So
Yeah.
So
So-
this month we'll talk about August sales. Yeah.
So right now, number 1 is Madden, Metal Gear Solid, Gears Reloaded, and then Lost Soul Aside.
I don't know.
And then Mafia: The Old Country. Those are the top 5. But then another thing to bring up: do you think that the Final Fantasy look is just oversaturated now,
Maybe.
where people are just like, because like
I don't know.
it looks like the main character looks like the main character from Final Fantasy
16
14.
or
14,
Oh, I know what you're talking
15?
about. I know.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's so many of them. We're not saying Final Fantasy 1. We're
It
saying
looks like Clive.
right. It's
Yeah.
like, do you think it's just oversaturated and people just don't care anymore?
This game looks like, well, one, it's a PS4 game. It is a PS4
Right,
game. I ain't telling you that now.
You brought it
'Cause
up.
I can tell. Listen, the dude goes through corridors to load the
The
next scene.
shimmying, the shimmying is the loading screen.
You get there.
Yep.
I'm like, so I know this is a PS4 based game at its core and stuff like that, and it looks like an early gen PS4 game. It looks like an early gen.
Well, it's
PS4
also
game.
Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah.
That's a PS4 engine, you know?
Like, oh my god, like
And it
I'm like,
still has that fucking unreal stutter. Every time you go into a new location or a new area,
yes,
you get that stutter. I'm like,
yes,
fuck,
yeah, I'm
dude.
telling you,
Like the game does
Sony,
run good, but that stutter is just fuck. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like Sony left that game to die. Is it really only 8 million for the budget?
that's what they're
Oh,
saying.
wow.
Which
Okay, yeah, that's news to me, but
I'm like,
yeah, I
some,
would recommend people getting it on get on sale. It's not a. I paid $70 for the game.
oh, you got the deluxe?
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh man, yeah.
damn.
I just got the 60 because I didn't care about the patterns and all that stuff. But I'm like, man, I'm really disappointed in Sony, like with the resources they got. And I'm not saying make this game $100 billion, $100 million project, but 8 million, that is low as hell. That is low, right? I mean, I think there's indie games that cost more than that at this point, right? They
Right.
clearly didn't give the studio the support. It was a bad decision to make this a day and date game on PC. Terrible decision to make a day and date PC. This studio is not big enough, and
No.
they don't have the experience enough to handle multi-platform development. Now they got to juggle between PC and PlayStation 5 to fix the game. A lot of errors and glitches and stuff like that, which once again is this gen is pissing me off because we're always getting this. Like you just get a better game waiting months later at a cheaper price as compared to paying
So
the day one because they keep doing this.
to add to add to what you're saying, Sony. This is where they do need to make adjustments. They're really hands off with their developers. They let their really do whatever they want. Like there's a reason why Ben Studio went from Bungie to what else does Sony Ben do? That Uncharted PS Vita game to Days Gone, and they're like really hands off. I guarantee that solo developer that started this project, he wanted it to be PC day one because of how popular the PC market is in China. But like, they really should have been like, "Yo, dude, this is your first game. You should, calm down real quick, bro."
I could imagine be like, no, I want it on PC because of China. I would have been like this on Sony. I would have put it on the show that back, brother. Listen,
Right, like, hey, it's our money. Shut up.
I know,
but yeah,
I know
it should be
Yeah.
a $40 game, especially after Black Myth Wukong came out last year at 50, and how that was well received. Yeah, I felt like, I felt like Sony really set them up to fail with that one.
Sony should have been like,
But they just didn't care.
They should have said like, listen,
And then
I get you want
to add to your guys'
I was saying like, listen, I get you wanted day on day PC. You just 40 guys. You guys have no idea what you're about to get into trying to get this game on PC and PlayStation 5, and we expect enhancements on the PS5 Pro. You forget about that, right? You realize you have to do that too. So no, you just focus on PlayStation 5. Get this game quality, because promise you, if this game's not quality, there's no amount of platforms that you're gonna sell this to. It just doesn't work that way. Get the quality, especially if this is your first game. You got one shot to set a name for yourself. Take our advice. We're gonna get Nix's up in here, but Sony didn't do none of that. They just be like,
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Oh, that's great.
Honestly, I don't even know how much Nixus would have helped, to be honest.
Oh man.
Nixus is actually a really small team. There are 3 teams up to 90 people, so it's either 30 30 30 or 20 40 30, you know what I mean? Like they're a small team as well, and then a lot of their PC ports haven't really came out that well, you know
But
what I
that's
mean?
what I'm saying. Don't even worry about the PC port. Like just like
Right,
just cut.
right.
Like I'm not saying don't put it on PC. Well, I'd love to not put it, but not even that. Just hey, we're not worrying about the PC version right now. We're worrying about PS5, PS5 Pro, Nixes. They're gonna assist you with that. We're gonna get this game up to quality. We're gonna get this game, running smooth, boost up those graphics, because it's kind of looking like a PS4 type game. So we need to get the graphical fidelity really up there, get those settings, get those lighting effects. We're gonna add additional options that include VR and HFR, unlike frame rates. We're gonna have all the bells and whistles for the PlayStation customer. So when this game launches, it has all the bells and whistles. Once that's done, then we're gonna port it over to PC. Perfect example, Stellar Blade. Excellent example of managing teams, platforms, and everybody was fine. Nobody cried that Stellar Blade wasn't a day one PC game. It was okay.
Right.
Smaller studio, working on a game for the first time. Just do it right. Get your name, because you want to establish your name. So the studio of Stellar Blade, they got a good reputation now. Everybody's waiting for the sequel. They established a good reputation. Ulti Zero, you guys probably had no idea that was the name of the studio. That made
You know
no
what's wild?
sense.
I'm glad you
Don't
brought
have
that
a
up.
reputation. Their reputation's tarnished.
I'm glad you brought that up because as much of a miss as we assume that Lost Soul Side is, Sony's getting really lucky that Black Myth Wukong was a hit and it was only on PlayStation for a year, and Phantom Blade Zero is going to be on PlayStation only. They got really lucky with those two. And to add to your Forspoken thing that you guys were talking about, I just think that main actress is just a bad actor, dude. Everything I've seen her in was just bad,
I know.
bro.
She was in that Resident Evil. She's in that
Resident
Resident Evil
Evil,
show.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil. She was in
Nah.
Charlie's
Resident
Angels.
Evil.
All those suck,
Nah,
bro.
y'all ain't gonna shit on my girl, man. Y'all ain't
Bro,
gonna shit on my
yo,
girl,
hey,
man.
J-Dub,
She's a
she's
model.
beautiful.
She's a model, man.
She
No.
is beautiful, but
listen.
she is not a good actress. Oh, I just moved that rock with my hand or with my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, man. Listen,
Yo, J-Dub,
I
she's gorgeous
get-
as fuck,
come on.
but
She's gorgeous, but I
Listen.
just, bro, watch Resident Evil.
Listen, models are like children. They meant to be seen, not heard.
Yeah. And then listen, I guess it's subjective. I mean, listen, I hear what you guys are saying, right?
Don't do
Sony
it.
should tackle. No, I'm just telling you.
That shit was a Game
The
Pass
way
game, bro.
everybody's looking at it is no. I'm not taking up for any of the games. I'm just saying. I think the consensus from what I get from listening to you guys is that any game that Sony got the marketing deal, publishing deal, or whatever, they should basically take over and make sure that this game is like a Sony first party game, even though they're, let's say collectively their first party studio isn't working on it, stuff like that. I think I would love that, but this guy, I mean, especially for this particular game, it was developed for a long time by one guy. Sony decided to go ahead and throw the guy a couple of coins and throw some what do you call it when they throw some marketing? They put it on their storefront and they kind of have it on state of play, kind of like what they do with all of like the Chinese games and the Korean games and African games and stuff like that. That's just, I think that's I'm gonna be honest. I don't think even Sony thought that this game was going to come out and be a big juggernaut or anything like that. They decided, hey, how much would it cost us to help this guy fund this and get this stuff over the? That's just another additive game that they would have. There's going to be some hits and some miss.
That's some shit
think
Xbox would do. That's Xbox attitude. That's Game Pass fodder.
Yeah.
That's Game Pass fodder to it. And that to me, like, I'm not saying this game should be like God of War Ragnarok, but I'm telling you, this game's not even outside the combat. It's not even average. This subpar. Like, it's bad. Like, it is subpar. They didn't even try, J-Dub. They didn't try. This is subpar. For that. That's why it's not even average. Like, people say, "Oh, why you expect Somniac?" I'm like, bro, I wouldn't even put the studio with Housemark.
Okay, to be fair,
it's subpar.
Listen, to be fair, do you remember Godfall? You and I played it together.
Oh yeah,
Godfall. And we had a difference of opinions on that game. But you told me your reason behind it, and I told you my reason behind it. I think this is that scenario, and I'm not saying. Listen, I bought the game. I bought both of these games. Yes, they're far from being a Sony caliber game, but man, come on, you got to get. It's not that fucking bad.
Okay,
Come on,
so
man.
okay.
When was the last? All
right, let me ask you this.
It's not that bad.
When was the last time anyone talked about Godfall?
Oh,
I mean, it's been years,
right?
30 seconds ago.
I was right. Listen, 30 seconds ago, I was right. You bring up Godfall. Now everybody be like, that game was garbage. Everybody, ain't nobody gonna look back at Godfall and be like, it had some charm. That game did not have charm, bro.
No.
That game, listen, that game was another Xbox special. These are it is what it is. I'm telling you.
But
8 years
again,
a Sony first party studio is subpar. Like, look at Stellar Blade. Here's the thing, and I blame Sony because Sony could have done the decisions. Yeah, Sony could have done this. Number one, don't do day-and-day multiplat with a small studio. They're too small for that. They're not gonna handle the quality of
If
both
they did that,
platforms.
okay, put a rock. If they did that,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have ended up with stuff like you said, like the Stellar Blades and some of the other games. They
What are you
get
talking
these
about?
games before Sony. They get these deals on these games way ahead in advance before they know how they're gonna fucking turn out. They don't just look and say, "Hey, this
No.
game is a banger. Let me do that." From what I understand, listening to Sean Layton and Yoshida in their interviews, I don't think that's how it is. Now that I could be wrong, but I think they make early decisions on that. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but there's certain factors of that. Like, one, you got a small studio, it's a no-brainer. Like, you know what? You're a small studio. We're not gonna make you do day-and-day development on PC. That's too much. We're gonna focus on the PS5, which that's the first step
I
to
see
ensure
what you're
quality.
okay.
We're gonna focus on the
I
PS5 because think about it.
I
You got
see.
a
It goes back to
40-man
PC.
you got a 40-man studio that they have to develop the PC
Okay.
version, they have to develop the PS5 version, and they have to give us PS5 Pro enhancements.
Yeah.
Come
Okay.
on, bro.
I see your
Sony
argument.
right off the rip should have said, "Yeah, we're not getting rid of the PC version. You're just not going to worry about that for now because that's too much.
Okay.
Let's simplify the development for you. PS5, PS5 Pro. Just work on that,
So put a rock.
and we're going to give you help. We'll have, I don't know, maybe Nix's to help you guys out so you can really learn from another people who know the hardware. So that way, any questions, any stuff, we're just going to release a nice quality product. Great, great graphics, great settings, great all that stuff. That's all you're going to worry about. When the game is done, released, and you got a nice, a nice quality title built for the PlayStation 5, now you start your PC port, and we can help you with that one too. And that's all you got to focus on. It worked for Stellar Blade. That's what they did with Stellar Blade, and it worked beautiful. It was perfect.
Okay. So that's okay. So I see your argument. That's the argument. I'm not even arguing that. I don't even care about the whole PC deal. You're looking at it from, if it goes on PC, then that's going to stress the resources in the game. 9 times out of 10 is going to be trash. That's your argument, correct?
No. My argument is, if you're going to listen, I'm going to say that, yeah. People who do multiplat, listen, the people who do multiplat, you better know what you're doing. But if the studio never made a game before on any major platform, you already know they don't have that talent. You already know this. They never made a game on PC or PlayStation. They don't know. So you already know right off the rip, you guys don't have that skill set. Multi-platform development is a skill set. Listen, even Rockstar don't play that bullshit. And who's better than them? Okay. Even they know.
Yeah, but they do that. Yeah, they do that for.
You know,
they do that.
So you got the studio that never made a game before, and right off the rip, multiplat. PC, PS5, and PS5 Pro enhancement.
Yeah, but that's been done. That's been done since the beginning of time.
Okay. What do you mean that's
we've had
multiplayer
games have been done like every single game is a multiplayer these days. Pretty much every game. It's rare to even get a single platform game. No. I'm just hear me out, right? Just hear me out. So out of 100-something games that they release every year, you're gonna get some duds. It is what it is. Whether it's from Sony, whether it's from Microsoft, whether it's a small team, whether it's a large team, and there's plenty of small teams, right, out there that have done the multiplayer and did it perfectly. What's your favorite game, M? Now that you say is the game of the generation that the Expedition
top 5 game of all time.
No. I'm just saying. You said it. The Expedition 33, right? Small studio. Okay, exactly. But I'll give it, I'm just trying to repeat what I thought I heard you say. They released that shit on every platform known to man. It was a success. And what was the previous game they put out prior to that? Nobody fucking know. That was probably their first game.
It was the first game.
No, exactly. So for every game that we knock these small studios or these studios with that comes out trash or underwhelming or whatever, For that same very reason, you can have a gym. If a game is going to
That's
be
true.
trash, I
That's
understand if a
true.
game is going to be trash or underwhelming, it was going to be trash and underwhelming. Didn't Square Enix spend like a lot of money on Forspoken, and you guys just called that game trash, right? And that was a big
Hey,
AAA
Forspoken
game.
was a good
No,
ass
no, no,
game.
no, 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 no.
Forspoken was a good ass game.
Listen, I think it was a good game too, but the consensus in the community, right, is that it was trash.
We can't be
No, no, no,
doing
no, no,
this,
no, no,
man.
no.
We
And
can't be
listen,
doing this,
No,
bro.
no, hold on, hold on.
Listen,
Can I get
listen.
Hey,
Hold on,
I
I'm gonna
love
say this.
Forspoken.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Either we hold Sony to the standard all the time, or we don't. I'm not playing
No,
this
we
game no
can.
more.
We can.
No,
I'm just giving you
because
my
we
opinion.
yeah, but you one moment you're like, oh, Sony's great, then the next minute, oh yeah, it happens. Like no.
No,
If,
no.
and like,
You know,
listen, when we
you
put up the screen, it says Sony Computer Interactive in a black screen. That
care
screen
about that.
means
I don't care
something.
about that.
You know what I'm
No,
saying? What do you mean we don't care
that's
about
your
that?
fight. That's not mine.
Now we don't care about that.
Hold on.
No, that's your fight. That's not my fight.
No, J-Dub, hold up.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying
saying
this
this,
is Sony
J-Dub,
Interactive?
I'm not saying that's your problem. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this is Sony's problem. They fucked up. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
They
Hold on.
fucked up.
Is it a play?
And they
is it
fucked
marked
up
as a
in the
PlayStation
area
Studios game?
they shouldn't be fucking up in. This
Not
is their
PlayStation
first party
Studios.
shit.
Okay. It has SIE though. It has a
Yeah,
splash
that
screen.
SIE, you know
They
that.
published it.
You know,
Listen,
listen,
okay,
you know
listen.
when you boot up a PlayStation game and that's
Hold
the
up,
first screen you
hold up.
see, everybody's
Hold up.
oh
I'm gonna take a
shit.
side. I'm gonna take a side. Okay, I'm gonna take a side now. Portwork is right, and also I'm the biggest hater of this game. Okay, first of all, let me get my hate on. Okay. Here's the first
Oh
thing.
my god.
Okay, here's the first thing. First of all, this game was announced way too fucking early. Okay.
Listen, we're not
one
going
thing
that.
we-
Listen, I know
way
what
too
you mean.
fucking
Yeah.
early. The world mappers, this is
Road
what you
mappers.
get. Okay. Second of all, here's the thing.
The road mappers.
Portwork is right. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how it happened. It doesn't matter why it happened. It doesn't matter who did what or what did who. If it has the Sony splash screen on it, then it should be held to the same standard as Horizon Forbidden West. Do you know why? Because my money is held to the same standard as I pay for that product. And I need to know that when I spend this money with your brand, I am going to get a minimum standard of quality. If it didn't match that minimum standard of quality, Portwork is right. It's Sony's fucking fault. They need to fix that. Now, at the same time, I think Portwork that you are underestimating the challenges that there will be having Nixes, for example, help this particular studio because Nixes probably doesn't speak Chinese. And I bet you this studio wasn't like documenting their work and to make it easier for an English-speaking studio to help them with it. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, you're right. They should have just found developers in China that was going to help them and do better, right? Because they even came out with I don't know if you saw the trailer before they released the product saying that, oh, PlayStation in like the ones that are based in like Japan, so in China, were like helping them and everything. So I'm like, well, clearly it didn't help enough. Okay, so at the end of the day, as much as I think that Nixes is a waste of space in the PlayStation Studios lineup,
I
don't
agree,
think
yo.
they could have helped. I don't think they could have helped with this particular project because if all of your project files are in Chinese, how are you even going to do that? And then there's time zones and then there's everything else. It doesn't matter. But the point is, Sony should have done better. Here's the other thing. When it comes to all of these things where we say like take a look at Forspoken, and it wasn't the greatest thing ever. At the end of the day, that was on the Square Enix. It wasn't on the Sony. So even though Sony partnered with Square Enix, it's a Square Enix title. It didn't say PlayStation Studios. I don't think it said SIE as a splash screen. When you brand something, that brand has to matter. And your brand has to be judged against the standard that everything else has set. If Apple comes out with a product, even if it's not their own product and it just partnered with somebody else that made the hardware, but they put the branding on it, or even if they just reveal it during like one of their keynotes or whatever, people are going to have a lot of expectations for that product to perform because it has the Apple branding on it. And here's another thing that I want to say to just the community. Listen. I love Forspoken. I do. It's probably one of the best 6 out of 10 games I've ever played. Okay? It really is.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I hate
it's just like
I hate this fact that I don't know. It's like people refuse that these things can be criticized. Like, no, Forspoken is not a perfect game. The story is garbage, absolute trash. Also, it's not even the actress. Like, I know, is it Chill?
Yeah.
You have some issues with the actress, and I'm not discrediting your opinion. Maybe she couldn't have still dubbed you a good script, but in this case, she definitely wasn't given anything good to work with. You know, like honestly, she probably overperformed compared to how trash the dialogue and the story and everything was. You know,
Like Natalie Portman in the
I'll give you that,
you
but
know,
sequel trilogies.
Resident Evil, I can't.
you know exactly.
Watch Resident
So
Evil,
that's-
you're gonna be like,
Yeah, listen, that's
Oh
the
yeah,
thing.
she's
I'm
in
just
Resident
like,
Evil. I
look,
saw that. I'm like, wait, isn't that the Forspoken girl? I'm like, oh shit, this girl keeps getting acting
go watch
gigs.
Charlie's Angels, bro. Like, she's not a good
I didn't see
actor.
that one.
listen. And then there's the other thing, you know, like we talk about Forspoken, and we can all say the combat is great. One of the best combat systems. I wish they will bring it back in a better game. It could be Forspoken 2. It could be another game all entirely. It's a great fluid combat system.
Yes.
But the world was garbage. The settings weren't right. The gamma wasn't fixed. And at the time when I was complaining about it, people were like, on TV. And I'm like, what is this PC gamer attitude where it's always the user's fault? Like, like what are you talking about?
You have to
Some of
buy
the
a
best
specific
equipment you can
TV.
possibly
You have to buy a specific TV to make it look
Exactly.
right.
Like my TV specifically, that's the thing that ruined it. Like, I'm just like, and you talk about it, and you're just like, and all these PlayStation fans are trying to door panel you like, oh, you should support the developer. Fuck the developer. Who supported me when I was making that money I just spent? Who was supporting me? Fuck them. Listen, here's the thing. This game came out by a first-time guy, and listen, I don't even mind him. I don't mind him. Okay, he came out with a product that's like a 4 or a 5 or a 6 or a 7. Doesn't matter where you fall. Okay, it is what it is. Maybe his second product will be better. I hope that he gets another
If he
opportunity
gets,
to create
I don't know
another
if he's gonna
product.
get another
But we
opportunity.
have the right to be like, I spent money on this, and this isn't to the standard that it needs to be at versus the money that I put into it. We have the right to say that. We have the right to say this has great combat, but the story sucks. The voice acting sucks. You know, the graphics are backwards. We have the right to talk about the product honestly. It's not trying to put it down or it needs to like be defended against, but it's like that's a factual reality. This thing is great. These parts are substandard. And when we can't have that conversation, because I see it on Twitter, people are like, "Oh, this game is phenomenal. You should never read Metacritic." And I'm like, is that really the attitude you have? Like any criticism is somehow, I don't know, invalid because certain parts are good or because you personally like it, so nobody else can say that they don't like certain parts. It's so weird because it stifles conversation, and all it does, it just removes power from our hands. Because if we as gamers, as customers, cannot have honest conversations about products, then companies just think that they have the right to have our money, you know, simply by the fact that they put something out. Like we owe them something, you know, like we don't owe them shit. Nobody goes to your work and says like, yeah, I'm gonna come and assist you on today because oh man, listen man, it's tough. No, nobody does that. So no, you have the right to complain. And when you're someone like Porter who is giving a fair criticism, he's giving you like, hey, these parts are great, this part is backwards, this part is substandard, and this part is completely dog shit. That is a fair critique of the product that he has received. And we see it because even though I haven't played it, we see the patches. How many patches are these guys coming out? The very first thing that I saw when these guys released wasn't a thank you for playing. It was, oh shit, we listened to feedback. We're going to send more patches out. You know? And listen, I bet you Podrock's money didn't have holes in it.
Yeah.
Okay?
My $60 didn't need to be patched.
It didn't need to be patched in, you know? And he doesn't have any right to refund. On the PlayStation, that's another thing that is like a big deal. He couldn't play 2 hours and be like, oh yeah, this product isn't ready. Let me just refund it and get back to you when it comes out good. No, you can't do that on PlayStation. So no, he has every right to voice his opinion saying that this isn't good enough versus what he paid. And you have people that haven't even paid for the game that are trying to defend the game. I'm like, what the fuck are you
They
even
didn't even buy
you know?
it. Motherfuckers didn't even buy it.
And
They're not even
here's
playing the
another
game.
thing. Here's another thing. The
Like,
final thing I will say that
what
I'll
is
let
y'all
someone else
talking
talk.
about?
I will let someone else talk. Podrock, I just want you to know I'm on your side, but man, I'm so happy this is happening to you.
Just,
Oh,
you
I
know,
love it here.
Fucked up.
You deserve this.
you know.
You
No.
deserve this.
I'm about to
I
send you to
want
the
you
room.
to know. I want you to know it's gonna take another 8 years before it gets patched. Oh yes.
No, it's
oh, you
you know, this
keep
game.
waiting.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that. I think and what this does is it's a lot of things that's wrong. Like one, the studio's reputation is already ruined. It's already messed up. No one's gonna care. Like you would like. Sony's not gonna greenlight another game from these guys, right? This thing would have to like blow up in China on PC for this even to do that. I think this is their last game, at least with Sony. And good luck for them trying to find another publisher. Maybe they will. I wish them luck. But Sony, with their experience as a publisher, and we had conversations. We hear, other developers on how Sony's so supportive with the games. They have the right people, the right support to really get a good quality game. I mean, you got this rookie studio that don't know shit from Shinola. Sony should have been like, listen, we seen a lot of development. You guys are going to have a hard time trying to do this multiplayer strategy. This is what we're going to do. You're going to focus on PS5 and PS5 Pro. We're going to get it right. We're going to get whatever resources you need to get this right. But these certain things you better pay attention to. You better pay attention to the quality of performance. Got to get that right. We're going to have studios teach you how to do enhanced performance. So you can have, things like, HFR, VRR enhancements and stuff like that. Spruce up the graphics, have this game really look pristine and proper for launch so you have a quality game. You're going to get the hype. Do not worry about this game not launching on PC day and date. We have Stellar Blade. You see the PC game is still bought the game. Think of quality. Don't think of quantity. We'll get this right. We're going to give it the right, treatment. We're going to get you the right support. Once you're done with the PS5 and it releases, a couple of months later, we'll announce the PC version, give you time to get that right. We have to get that version nice and released. And then at that point, you can focus more on the DLSS, all the bells and whistles, the 5090s, because it's going to be a lot of work for you guys, okay? We're going to get this right. We're going to do this right. We're going to make this a quality product. We're going to put your name on the table. If the game still flops, then okay. At least you got your best shot. But this is not their best shot. That's why I'm saying this is not their best shot. They could have made decisions to really get this game a better shot than what it is, but they didn't. It's a multiplayer game. At its core, probably still PS4 fucking whatchamacallit information still do, because it still has those little corridors. And right, Will, am I lying?
The little shimmies.
Yeah, there's little shimmies.
Like Callisto Protocol.
Yeah. So I know this is a PS4 build, so they didn't even like fix that. Like you can tell that this is pretty much Sony's like, here's $8 million, get it out the door. Hey, gamers, be privileged that this game even exists. Like, no, listen, no one wants to praise mediocrity for the sake of mediocrity. That's not what it is. You understand what I'm saying? At best, the game should have been $40. If this is what they want to release, because like you said, like M said, there's other games that Sony released at $60. This game is $60. So it's getting treated like a $60 game. They should have released this as $40. And then at least, if it would have launched at $40, I would have been like, oh shit, $40? All right, don't expect much from this game, because you ain't gonna get a killer game. It's rare to get a killer game at $40. All right, you get what you get for $40. But at 60, which is, maybe not now because most games are 70, but even in PS4 gen, a $60 game, you expect something. You expect something of high quality. Hell, Hellblade 1 got bigger flack, and that shit was $30. You know how many people shitted on that game for $30?
Yeah, they did.
The fuck is we talking about here? And that shit was $30. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, and maybe this is part of just the compounding. Like a lot of the stuff with Sony is just compounding. I'm like, man, Sony, you didn't do shit for this game, but we all cheering that you fucking help Xbox with Helldivers. Yeah, that's the priority. But something for the PlayStation 5 gamer, once again, we get shitted on. We have to accept excuses. We have to accept, but just things, whatever. Man, like, come on, bro. Like, the one thing you're supposed to get right, at least, is the first party. At least get the single player games. Don't fuck that up now. Like, fuck. Like, now you're gonna start now. Do I have to now worry about Sony single player games? Like, is the only good single player games they're gonna make is from their core first party? So unless it's a Sony Ben, well, not even Sony Ben, because Days Gone is not even that great, so they can't even get that. So unless it's you know what I'm saying, Naughty Dog, Insomniac, or Sucker Punch, it is what it is. That game launched like shit too. That game launched like dog shit.
It did.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that is a good game.
That shit took like 3 weeks just to fucking boot up. So let's not even lie, right? So unless the game is made by Naughty Dog, Insomniac, and Sucker Punch and Housemark, it's a toss up. We already know racing games is dog shit from the get-go, so PD's never gonna make a good game. Now I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm just fucking around.
I'm about to say, PT is awesome.
Everybody's fucking around. Y'all know I gotta throw shots at racing games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was funny.
But unless what? So unless it's from the core studios of Sony, anybody associated to PlayStation, I'm gonna have to be like, I'll just wait 2 weeks after the game launches because I don't know if Sony actually put attention to this.
I have a question.
I don't know.
I have a question.
At this point,
where is this $8 million figure coming from?
Somebody posted like the history of the game, and that just popped up. I don't think it's 8 million. That seems too low, though.
Yeah,
Even for that game, it seems too low.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. A person said in the chat that if they have followed the Sony template, it would have cost another $50 million. And you know what? I agree with you.
No.
And you know what? It should have. Because I've said this for the longest. I don't want itty-bitty games from Sony. Listen, I don't. I've always said this. First-party games to me, or even first-party associated games to me, I don't want little games. I don't want double-A budgets. Listen, if you want to do a double-A game, do what they just did. This month or something, they went with Ubisoft, right? And they put the Prince of Persia game, the new one, the 2D platformer game. They put on PlayStation Plus. Yeah. Do that. That's a fantastic game. Love that. Absolutely
really
love
good game.
that. I'm glad they went there. They got somebody else. They partnered with them. They put the game available to PlayStation users, and boom, it's there. If you want to buy it, you can buy it. If you want to play on PlayStation Plus, you can play it. Fantastic game. But from you, put another $50 million into it. Because this is what I'm telling you. This is what I hate about PlayStation gamers. You guys, you're not comfortable with yourselves. Listen, I'm going to tell you who you are. I'll tell you who you are, okay?
Just say the words.
Every time I look in the mirror, I see one of you, okay? You're bougie as fuck. You only want the filet mignon. You don't want to eat at McDonald's. When you go out,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Out on the PlayStation
breakfast,
date,
lunch, and dinner.
Exactly. When you go out to the PlayStation date, you don't want to go to McDonald's, okay? You don't want to stop at the AMC. No. You want that big deal. You want that 5-star restaurant. You want that hotel suite to be above you, okay? You want that penthouse view, okay? And that shit costs money. Just say it, but that's what you want. You know what it is? PlayStation is at that high-class girl, When you go out on a date with her, you want to have the time of your life. Listen, when you want to go out with Ubisoft, when you go out with EA, when you go out with all of these third-party people, sure, take them to the streets, okay? Go to the corner, go to the milk bar, okay? Go and visit your dates when you had no money and everything like that, Fuck her on the carpet. That's what you want to do with those. But with this one, okay? Oh, you want that four-corner bed? Yeah, the one with the puss, with all the curtains. Like your own bed has curtains. That's the one that you want, okay? You want that royal treatment. Listen, that's what it is, okay? That's what you want as PlayStation gamers. So say it. This is the thing that I hate. Just say it. Say you want the high-class experience, okay? You want the penthouse view, and you don't care if it costs you a little bit more because it's worth it. That's the thing. Listen, Horizon, the next Horizon comes out, that shit could be $100. I'm buying it. It's done. Dunzos. Because I know my girl Aloy and I is going to be vicious what we're going to do. Okay? Listen, we're going to do it high class. We're going to do it on a 7-inch TV.
You like the snow
bunnies? The screen.
M is all about the snow bunnies and stuff like that. Let me hit up some super chats. Navanzor says Expedition 33 was caca juice. Terrible story. That's his words, not mine.
I'm never going to reply to that. You don't.
That was also former Ubisoft developers. Just saying.
Who?
Expedition 33. It was all former Ubisoft developers.
Oh, so they had experience making games.
Yes,
no,
all 33 of them. All 30 of them were former Ubisoft.
No,
and they had virtuos help them with the game.
It's a few of them that came from Ubisoft. A
Look
lot
at
of them
that.
actually
See,
came from
some
like first games.
some fake news. Fake news. We getting
And
fake
they
news
had
here.
they had virtuos help them finish the game.
Look at that. The
There was
truth
a lot of
comes
people
out.
on Expedition
So look at that.
33.
Chill Will. Look at that. Chill Will out here. My man saying, nah, we spreading fake news. Expedition 33 had some senior development guys. And they experienced Ubisoft's experience in multi-plat development. All right. John Baptiste, thank you for the super chat. I can't even say a PS4 game because we had the Order 1886 on PS4. As far as the engine goes, Callisto Protocol was on the same engine. You know what? It was on the same engine. And Callisto Protocol looks great.
It was.
Do you see what I'm saying? This is Glassdoor Gamer.
But those were
Halsey-
also former EA developers. My bad. Go ahead.
You're right. Glassdoor Gamer. Holtz needs to go. He has a bad eye for talent, And let me ask you this. Okay. All right. Same topic, but a certain perspective.
Sustainable profits.
Sustainable profits. I swear to God, such a punchable face. But listen, for the audience, I mean, for all you guys, everybody, whatever, Sony got to get good with multiplayer. I get it. All right, whatever. They got to try. You can't be number one. You can't call yourself number one because I think Emma even said it. Even Nintendo got a multiplayer. You got to try. But does Sony stop getting better at first party? Because there are some complaints from single player. There are some complaints that there are gamers that says Sony's not doing enough. For example, where is the JRPG? You got a Japanese console from a Japanese first party, and they haven't done a goddamn thing to put JRPGs on the spotlight. That's question one. Number two, all right, they're finally trying to do a fighter. Granted, they're partnering with somebody, but at least they're trying. Tolkon, Fighting Souls. Okay, got it. Could the same not be said with hack and slash? How come they're not trying to come up with a competitor to go toe-to-toe with DMC, especially when Capcom's not even, they haven't done a DMC game. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's not like they did a lot of good stuff, but I'm talking about like a hack and slash. God of War, it's in there.
The
but I'm
first
talking about
God of War was a hack and slash.
Yeah, like the old school, right? And they went away from that formula. But this game, also aside, could have been that, hey, we're gonna make this game, like you said, it's gonna be a glorious steak. It's a tomahawk. We're gonna make this game into tomahawk game because we want this game to shine. So we're gonna give this more than $8 million. We're gonna give this a $75 million budget. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big in China. We want this Goldie. They could have had that attitude.
You know what?
And they didn't.
Hey,
What's up? What's up, Brain?
you know what? I think that we're looking at this wrong, and you guys are hitting the nail on the head without actually acknowledging it. It was called China Hero Project. China Hero Project, not American Hero Project, not Australian Hero Project. That game was, to me, from my perspective, based on what it's called, or at least the project is specifically called China Hero Project, meaning that it was specifically for the Chinese market. Now, if this game,
can I stop you?
Number one,
quick?
I didn't buy the game.
Can I stop you real quick? All right. So I hear a lot of people are saying that. I'm just going to say this. The China Hero Project, that whole thing came about 2022, 2021. This game was already in play in 2017. So this was under the old Sony. So I'm just saying, so there's a 5-year gap between the China Hero Project and this game. Now, sure, this game, they probably moved it under the China Hero Project. But
yeah, AI was one.
But when Sony looked at this game, they're like, hey, there's something there. We seen something there. We're going to look at it. I don't know what happened since then. You know what I think happened? They, just get this shit out of here. We weren't about Concord. Or fair game, so bullshit.
I think what they saw was the potential in China, because even 10 years ago, China, the Chinese market still had an embargo as far as any type of I don't want to say Western, but any foreign companies coming in there with actually marketing their specific systems into China based on, I guess, the violence was one of those ones. So once that Chinese market opened up and they saw the potential in it, I get it. That's what Sony saw. Number two, you guys hit the nail on the head. I can't think of no game that has been in development for 8 years or been in it or been in there or excuse me has been in development for so long that it actually became successful. The only other game I can think of that been in development hell was Duke Nukem, and we all saw what happened with
Oh
Duke
yeah,
Nukem. You
Oh
know,
shit.
that was bad. That was bad.
yeah,
That was bad.
that was bad, and this kind of goes into your point, Porter Rock, and I kind of disagree, but I'm starting to see more what you're talking about as far as hey, we gotta. It kind of goes to games are so expensive to develop for and so time consuming. You're only getting one game per developer. There, of course, there are some outliers, but you're only getting one game per generation. And to me, as far as with this with the China Hero excuse me, with Lost Souls aside, I mean it's a double A game. Yes, it costs $60. It wasn't even any reviews for it. I'm surprised that any. I learned my
That's how
lesson.
you know.
Let's say this.
They didn't release the
That- that's
game.
how-
That's when you
I
know
knew-
you're in
I
trouble.
knew-
They
I
didn't
knew-
give them.
I
They
knew.
didn't push out review copies like
No,
ahead of
they
time.
didn't. No,
That's
no,
when you
no,
know.
they did not.
That's when
No,
you
they
know.
did
So
not.
Sony knew. Sony knew. That's what I'm saying.
I think this-
Sony knew.
No, but I
Sony
think it
knew
was
this
more.
shit.
I think that was more for them to get into, for them to have more of a headspace in China more than anything else.
Well,
what?
No, I was gonna say they actually trying to release more titles under that project. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's not the only title that Sony actually gonna put out with the China Hero project.
No,
it's like
no,
20
it's
other
not.
titles they announced.
No,
Yeah.
and my point, and going back to the whole review point, the fact that I didn't see any reviews for it, and it was a review embargo, and even the day when the game came out, I still didn't see any reviews. To me, that was like the biggest red flag.
Mhm.
And my experience from that was two games. When Shenmue 3 was being announced, I pre-ordered that and I regretted that. And then also with Cyberpunk 2077 because I thought that
Mhm.
CD Projekt Red had a
The
really
game's
good
coming
track
in
record.
hot.
Game came in really hot, and I was like, you know what? You burnt me once, shame on you. Burnt me twice, shame on me. I forget what Viscera said the 3 times from WWF. You burned me 3 times, or you fooled me 3 times, whatever the fuck that saying is. But it wasn't going to happen to me again. So as far as like this game being mediocre or only the combat is really good about it, and it's like, hey, it's either you like the game or you don't like the game. I'm not surprised about it, but I do agree. If Sony is going to put their name behind something, then Sony should take the blame. And to me, and I lean more towards that as well too, because of this isn't Sony's first time having an issue like this. I remember when Sony was behind No Man's Sky, when we all thought that No Man's Sky wasn't exclusive, and when it came out, of course, Hello Games got a lot of flack, but Sony should have also got a lot of flack with that as well too, because they did, it was a lot. Sony funded that game, so to me, it's like, you know what, Sony isn't infallible when it comes down to things like this, and to me, there has to be. I'm not capping for them at all whatsoever, but there has to be something else that's going on that makes them either believe, hey, you know what, we can either, we can back this game because we think this game is going to be much bigger, or B, it's or it's just dog shit. But I don't think that Sony is just going to just throw either $8 million or X amount of millions of dollars at a game and just know if it's going to be dog shit. It's like that's destroying their own brand. There has to be something more to that.
Yeah, they're focusing on live service and making games for Xbox.
Yeah, Herman Host just 180 that.
Everybody got mad quiet.
No, I said something. I said
Everybody
something.
got mad quiet, boy.
No. Didn't Herman Host just 180 that?
I heard heartbeats. I heard
No.
heartbeats right now. Everybody's like, duk, duk,
We ain't no.
duk, duk. I heard
Didn't
heartbeats right now.
Herman Host just 180 that?
No, he didn't 180 that. All he said was paraphrasing that if games are going to fail, they need to fail early to save cost.
Yeah, but he also called them a niche market too. Like I think they're pulling back on that.
I don't think they're pulling back at all. Actually, I think
They're
just going
double
to do
down
more
in,
of it.
dog. It's
Yeah.
all in.
I listen. Here's the thing.
I think if they double down, you're gonna start seeing more.
They're in there like Warner Brothers, boy. All speed ahead, bro. All speed
Yeah,
ahead.
I think if they're doubling down on it, then
Yeah,
they would hire more for Nix's
I don't know
studio.
what to do.
Because Nix's studio is still a small team.
Listen, here's the thing that I will say about this situation with first of all, we should ask Henry's opinion because he's the one that actually comes from the region as to whether that would appeal to gamers over there, just like hack and slash and no story and everything. But from my perspective, the truth is that again, Podok is 100% right. Like I just can't go beyond that. The point is, you as a customer interact with a brand. That brand has set expectations, and you expect a certain standard for what you're going to receive from that brand. When we say that this is Game Pass fodder, we all know what we expect. When the SIE splash screen happens, we have different expectations than that. Another thing is that is this a live service thing? I don't think so. Concrete Genie happened. Gravity Rush happened. You talked about how there's no JRPGs and everything like that. And guess what? I'm happy they're not. Like I'm the biggest hater. I don't think that Sony was good at making them. I don't think they were. I'm glad Sony Japan closed. Again, the way
Oh,
that you
shit.
hate Polyphony Digital, I hated
Oh, yeah.
Sony Japan. They never made a game I liked. And I don't care who it offends. Yes, it offends you over there. Yes, you're listening and you hate the fact that I say that, but that's just my reality. That's my truth. I'm glad there's not going to be no Gravity Rush 3. If there is one, I'm going to burn down that studio. Okay, listen, I'm going to.
Oh wow.
Listen, I hate that game. Okay, all right.
Oh,
Now,
man. And I warned you. And I warned you. Hey, to be fair, I warned you. I'm like, you're not gonna like that game. don't listen to Jay Barry, man. Don't listen to Barry.
No. Listen,
I
man.
told you don't listen to him. I told you don't.
Man. Listen, I love Jay Barry, man. That guy is my guy. He's amazing. But that guy has too much love for gaming. I need more hate.
You gotta have a little bit of hate. You gotta battle out with a little bit of hate.
Exactly. You listen. Love and hate are part of the same coin. I need you to show me the other side. Okay? Barry is like the moon. He's tidally locked with the earth. Okay, so you only see the good side. Okay,
Yo.
that man sees the good side in everything. Barry could play a 2 out of 10 game, but he could talk to you. You'll be thinking it's a 7 or an 8. Listen, man, you can't trust that guy. But the good part about Barry is that when he tells you a game is dog shit, you know there's no saving it.
You know
it's
bad.
You know there's no saving it. Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. All right, Henry.
Listen.
If you don't mind, I want to see Henry's opinion on this. I don't know if you're playing the game. I don't know if you're playing also the side and stuff like that. But I'm going to say this. Is the things that's being seen with also the side, maybe in China, are they going to hold the game to that standard, or do they look at things differently? Like is the graphics... I mean, obviously it has a Chinese voiceover, which I heard was really good. So I think on that end, it's going to be a plus for them. Because the Chinese voiceover is much better, so I think that's a plus for them. But like graphically and all that stuff, do you see where from the Chinese audience they're not going to hold it as harsh because there's certain aspects they don't really hold it to? It's just a more Western mindset. I mean, I just want to overall, or I could just be talking shit and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I just want your perspective. Is this something that could be a huge hit in China, while in the Western side is just not like
It isn't making a big splash because it isn't the first AAA console game, because that's Black Myth Wukong, right? So,
true.
I did see, like, 'cause every time I do, because the YouTube algorithm always sends me twice as many things because I get to consume my YouTube in 2 languages, right? So when the game gets shitted on, I do see them 2 times as much. Right? So,
that must be terrible. Like, holy shit. He said it's double the quantity.
Yeah. So,
Oh man.
Oh, man.
So, I sent you that behind the scene look on the Lost Solo side, which you need to turn on the captions because everything. What surprised me was Sony was actually quite involved because they sent someone for Japan. There was a Chinese-speaking Japanese person who I think was one of the main director or liaisons that was overseeing the project. And when I was told that this game was in development for over a decade or however long it was, and then I look at the character design. Oh my! You want me to get snobby? Sure. That design looks like it was 10 years old, right? So
and they didn't change it.
The anatomy was overly lean and tall, right? And the girl looked like she had like full of Botox, right? So, the design was definitely outdated, and that's unfortunate because the combat looks so fun, right? So it's something that I want to see, like something you want to see in Metal Gear Revengeance, which was an Xbox 360 exclusive before it actually went anywhere, right? Or Devil May Cry, right? Or something like Dynasty Warriors even. But it sounded like the RPG element is really just kind of punishing, right? So if you didn't get the right skills and you didn't get the right
Yes.
um
Yes. You can really
um
mess up your skill
right,
sets.
right, right.
Yes,
So like
absolutely.
yeah, and it doesn't look like it lets you backtrack a whole lot
No,
in regards
no.
to building your skill tree,
Mm-mm.
right? So yeah, it sounds like a really flawed game made by one person. But we're not talking about Super Meat Boy over here. We're talking about like a
Yeah,
AAA release,
yeah.
right?
A
So
$60 game.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I hope it gets patched properly, and I hope he staffs up because the people that they did interview in that behind the scene video are so they look up to the game director, right? So they look up to the creator. They were so eager to work with him, but it sounded like they were very new in regards to that. So yeah, I do think that it doesn't look like a generic Chinese developed game that uses Unreal Engine. Right? It doesn't look like the other ones that are being in development. Lost Soul
Yeah.
Aside does stand out a little bit. It looks
Mhm.
like a JRPG, which
Actually, yeah.
right, and which it will be judged with the JRPG standard, unfortunately, because you're you're trying to impersonate the best, which is the Square Enix, right? So yeah, I think it deserves every slack that it got, and I hope it improves. And I'm glad I didn't buy it day one, and I will keep my eye on it, and because I
Okay.
would still love to play that game once it's properly polished.
The
Hey, P-Rock.
gameplay is fantastic. I'm telling you, the combat is absolutely top notch. Like it's up there. They got that right. Like I would say for this guy's future, I don't know how his future is as a standalone studio, but I think he would probably do well if he got mentored by Capcom. I think if he found a way to start a project, maybe he gets involved in the next Devil May Cry, because his fighting style would really shine in Devil May Cry while they teaching him multi-plat development, aesthetic looks, character design. He needs mentorship in that side. He needs some mentorship. I think Capcom might give him that good mentorship. But the fighting style, he got that. He has great vision, great imagination, and he executed well. It's just everything else. I think he needs some type of mentorship from a more seasoned studio, or he could hire seasoned devs from the Capcom. I mean, from the Devil May Cries, from Ninja Gaiden, from those games. If he could hire some senior guys who worked on those games and stuff like that, so he could add that to boost up his studio, that would be a benefit. What's
Yeah,
up?
maybe he
That's
wasn't
the
meant to
story.
run a studio, right? So like
Maybe
for
not.
example, I think I'm plenty creative, but I don't think I want to run my own business, right? So maybe I could be a right arm to somebody who could be running the business, but
Yeah.
not. So
You be the
Hey,
creative.
P-Rock.
Let them be like, all right,
I'll be
graphically
the one.
spruce
I'll
it
be the
up.
one. Yeah, I'll be the one,
Yeah.
like M said. I'll be the one that's telling people, "Hey, you fucked up, motherfucker. Do this right." Get your ass
I
out
like
of here.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Straight up.
Listen,
Hey,
What's up,
P-Rock.
Will? What's up, Will?
Henry just reminded me right now. You got another game to play before Expedition 33,
Oh, what's
the
the
Dynasty
other game?
Warriors game that came out earlier this year.
Yes, I
Yeah,
want to play that.
you're right. You're
Yes.
right. I gotta play that first. Yes, that's another game. Hey, M33 got
Absolutely.
bumped again.
Dynasty
Got
Wars
bumped
actually
no, it's
good.
all good, man. It's all good.
Got bumped.
It's all
Got
good.
bumped again.
Actually,
I
It's
hope
getting
you
bumped.
have just as bad a time.
Listen.
You know?
I'll play Expedition 33 in 2033.
There's no problem. Let's hope you have pain and
But when
misery
you
all the
do
way
play
there.
it, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
Listen, every game you touch between now and 33, I just hope they suck. All of
Yeah.
them. including
Yeah,
those
Ghost
of Dante.
Yote is not gonna
It's not
suck.
like best
No,
wishes.
no,
It's
no,
like,
no, no,
hey,
no.
worst
I'm gonna
wishes
play.
It makes it
possible.
all
I'm
because...
gonna play Horizon 3 before 33.
Okay, now, relax. Now.
Too far, too far.
Relax now.
Joke's
Relax.
not funny no more.
He said
Relax
you
now.
went too far.
The class has exceptions.
He's like, hold
We
on,
do
hold on
exceptions
now.
here.
He said,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
man.
Is that an intergalactic?
I feel like I have
those two
disappointed M.
accepted.
Yeah, M is like, oh, you're gonna play Dynasty Warriors? Oh, we're not friends no more.
I like Dynasty Warriors though. I love that game.
Yeah.
I love
Yo,
playing as
Dynasty
Zhao
Warriors
Yu.
is another game that I don't think ever got off the PS3. Like, Jesus
No,
Christ, I
but
look
I
at that
still-
game and I'm like,
I know it's
Jesus,
true. It's true.
Fuck
man.
me.
It's just
Fuck me.
it's just meant for you to match buttons. Like it's like a
Yes.
3D
Yes,
Final
man.
Fight.
And the game doesn't look shite. It looks awful. I'm just like, yo, Jesus Christ. The people say that you have to play the PS3 to get nostalgia. That game looks like it's just nostalgia in a can. Because I'm just like, boy, these graphics are terrible. Listen. I like good looking shit. Okay, there's
No,
things I won't
totally.
even put. There's things I won't even put on my TV. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm glad I have a PC now to play games on. I think I'm gonna do more PC gaming. Games that are horrible looking, I'm gonna play here on right here. This is what they deserve. This miserable PC environment is what they deserve. That's just I'm gonna segregate. I'm gonna segregate that way. Yo, Shonky the King, you're always here, but you don't spread enough hate for me. Okay, you don't meet my hate quota.
Hey, I
Okay?
keep the peace, but I do say if I like something, if I don't like anything.
All right,
Because
tell me something that you
actually,
hate.
Dynasty Warriors, because I want to say the new Dynasty Warriors is actually good because I actually got a review copy from Koei Tecmo, and I actually
Like, oh, I got this game from this one. I'm like, yo,
no. Actually, if something's bad,
Sponsorship.
This,
bad,
this
I'll
guy's
say
worse
it's
than
bad.
this guy worse than Game Pass. He don't buy games. He gets every game. Every game.
I do. Basically, except for Lost on the Side, I never got a copy of that. I never got a copy of Lost on the Side. We didn't get no review copies of that.
Nobody did.
Yeah, you weren't. You were not gonna get a review copy. You'll get it 3 months. In 3 months, after it's patched, they'll give it to you.
Don't worry, Sean. No one got a review copy.
Look,
Nobody.
I still gotta try out the demo. I still haven't played the demo. I got the demo downloaded on my PS5 right now. Still haven't touched it yet.
Don't do it.
Nah, you
Wait, Sean,
can't.
did you play Concrete
Don't do it,
Genie?
though. You played the demo?
Wait till it's on sale.
Why does that sound so
Concrete
familiar?
Genie?
I don't remember that game.
No, I haven't played Concrete Genie. I haven't played it. I heard about it though.
Yeah. If you
Don't
never
play
played it, it's a good thing. It's
Don't play.
garbage.
Don't play that trash either.
It's worse than Gravity Rush.
Really? Concrete Genie's
yeah.
that bad
Is
now?
that
I don't
bad?
touch it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
I'm just trying to offend as many PlayStation gamers
Oh,
in the chat because
another thing. Extreme.
Oh.
I actually got the metal eating game. I have to try that out. I think it just came out today.
Yo, Sean Cage, stop being positive. I need you to tell me something you hate. Okay? I need you to.
Oh,
He didn't answer the question.
What game? Oh, you said what games do I hate? Oh my god.
Yeah, a game you hate, and a game I know as well because I know you play certain games. So I'm just like, bro, I didn't even know this existed. A game that I know, like a Starfield, huh? No one likes Starfield.
Oh, I hate Starfield.
Oh, thank God. There we go. He hates
I hate
it.
Starfield.
See, now you're
The
friends.
whole game was just AI,
There
dude.
we
I
go.
swear.
You know, first he subtracted a point. Now he's
I can't
adding
believe
it
they
back
hyped
to
their
you.
game up. They hyped their
There you
game
go.
up too much, man. They hyped their
They're
game up too
saying
much.
sell your PS5 for this. What?
It looks
No,
like
it was a
Content
flop.
creators are
It
wild,
was a
dude.
flop.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh,
flop.
actually, here's a game that is going to be controversial. Okay?
That you
Do
hate?
you guys remember Darksiders?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's
Oh,
yeah,
I
the
got-
character
I got
designer is
Darksiders. I got
the comic book
Darksiders.
Here's
artist.
the thing. Darksiders was basically a God of War ripoff. Okay? That's basically what it was.
I agree.
Here's the thing. I think I kind of hate it now. Like I played
Oh,
Darksiders
why?
1 and I was like, this isn't bad, and I could play more of it. But then as the series went on, I feel like they didn't stick to the law. Now this Darksiders 4 coming out, and I'm like, I'm
there's
not looking
4.
forward to this.
So
Yeah.
So there's one. I think Darksiders is it 3? It was like a top down. One of the
Like a
Darksiders,
Diablo?
the guy with the gun,
No,
the guy with the gun. They made the because each of the 4 horsemen had their own game.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
with the guns, they made it a top down, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was mad as hell. I'm like, I've been bamboozled. I was mad as fuck. It was like an indie
Darksiders
game.
1 we play as War, right?
Yeah, and I
And
think
I
two
liked him.
was Death. I think
Yes.
there's 3
Yes.
characters, so they did 3. So they did Death, they did War, they did Death, and they did the one with the whip, which is a female.
Yeah.
And you got
The
a
one
part
with
4 coming out too.
There's a guy with a gun. He's the 4th horseman. It's top down. It's like you're seeing a top, and he's like a little
It's like
tiny
a twin,
character.
it's a twin stick. The
Yeah,
twin stick shooter?
something like bullshit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't know, I was
Genesis.
mad
That
as
must be
hell.
Genesis.
Genesis, yeah. That piece of
It's
shit.
Genesis.
I'm like, how you go
Yeah, that
from
shit
the
terrible.
over the shoulder to this little top down shit? Oh, I was so goddamn mad. I had
They did
never
a
been
reverse
tricked. I
Helldivers?
didn't even look at the box. I saw, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Darkseid Genesis, that's my shit. I didn't even bother to
Oh.
look at trailers. It was like the most blind purchase I ever done, but I didn't know they would do that. Yo, so far off. I was mad as hell. I'm like, you bastards, bro.
Darksiders. It used
Yeah.
to be good, but I'm just thinking about Darksiders 4 and I've got no excitement for it. So I'm feeling like today I might pre-hate that game. You know, just hate it without reason. You know, Just hit it. Just in advance.
Here, let me show you a
Preemptive
picture.
strike.
You would think this is
That
Path
is
of
crazy.
Exile.
Oh, so it's like that. It's like a Diablo-esque.
Like, yeah, it's annoying.
I like
Look at
Diablo
this.
4 though. Diablo
Like,
4 is good.
Like, look at this shit. This is it.
Oh hell no.
What is this? Legacy of Kain on the PS1? What are we doing here?
Oh, it's so colorful too.
Like,
I was like,
oh,
that
I was
is
so,
like that is
I
like
was-
Diablo just with color.
yeah, I was so damn mad, bro. I was like, yo, I got bamboozled. My fault for not actually looking at the game. Oh, I was so pissed off. And I couldn't refund it because I already started it. You mother.
Mm.
Well, they got a part 4 coming out. For the Rock.
Yeah. But, you know,
What if they make the fourth game like in first-person shooter style?
no, I'm
So
a
you
wait.
two-
I'm a wait. I'm a
two hands in
I'm
front
a
of
wait.
like this.
You know, I'm a
Like
wait
the
for
Call of
the.
Duty,
Oh my god.
even with an assault rifle, that would be so funny.
See, and let me show you why let me show you how they sold me on the game, because it looks like that, the I just looked at the cover and I'm like, oh yeah. See, I just saw this, and I saw this, and I was like, fuck yeah. This is all I saw. I'm like, oh hell yeah. Look at that. I'm like, what?
Okay, that looks amazing.
Fuck yeah. I'm like, yo, I saw that. I'm like, I'm buying it right now. Look at this motherfucker. Fuck yeah. And then you seen this shit. And then you see
Yo,
that.
Henry, did you do that art? Because that shit sells.
Yo, that shit sold me.
The artist is actually a comic book artist, Joe Madureira. Yeah, he's known for doing big hands, and I think he was the first
Mm.
artists that were hired by a big publisher that actually had a pseudo anime style. But to anime artists, he's like, that's not anime style. Get the fuck out of here. And so, like, yeah. People say that to me about my work too, which is okay. I can't help it. I was raised in USA, and the other. So, like,
You've been
naturally,
you've been Americanized.
Like that.
He's been Americanized.
yeah, but the Western people that look at my work is, oh yeah, it's anime. I go, yeah. It is.
Anime-ish.
I don't care.
Like you would, you know what?
To people who don't know.
Yeah.
You're not enough Western for the Western culture. You're not enough
No.
Eastern for the Eastern culture. So
Yeah.
maybe make it for Europe. They're like in the middle.
Yeah. Hey, this, if you're gonna go split in the middle, we'll have you as an honorary African. Okay, you can make it all, that's fine. We'll put you somewhere
Oh,
nice.
man.
Okay,
All right. I'm cool. That sounds good.
exactly. Lagos, Nigeria. We've got places. You love it. You
man.
love it there. The food is amazing. Hey, Podowak, before we go
Yes.
on, how does it feel to have waited 8 goddamn years for this disappointment?
At least I got that
Oh.
off my back. At least I got it off my back.
Listen. Think about it. Put it into perspective. If your weight was a child, you could have sent it to school, and it would have been shot by now by some school shooter. Think about
You know
that.
what? We're done. We're done. This guy's always, he's still mad because his country sucks at breakdancing. Like, this is what I gotta deal with. Like, it's not our
Oh
fault.
man.
All right, we didn't do this shit to you. You had no business doing that. None. No one told you to do that. No one told you to do that. This is terrible. All right, that's
I'm
all the
just gonna-
topics.
I'm just
That's
gonna
it.
say,
That's it.
our
That's all
children
the
are safe.
topic.
It's
That's
crazy.
it. Topic.
Crazy.
Not from the breakdancing. All right, they have to suffer.
Hey,
that.
real quick.
What's up? What's up, Will?
Well, we got to end this on a high note. This has been going through my head all day. Do you guys think, this is just my speculation, do you guys think Call of Duty is going to flop this year? Because if you guys remember,
You said this a high
last year's... No, real quick. Because last year, they said that it was technically $700 million budget.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
god.
And do you think
Oh my
Battlefield's
God.
going to really fuck that game up that bad where they're not going to
Ooh.
get their money back?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know why that thought came to my head today,
what
but I would
portion
love
of
to
that
hear your
was to
guys'
hire those
opinion on
actors?
that.
Is what I want to know.
Hmm?
What portion of
happened,
that was to hire the famous actors? Right.
I
is what
don't
wanna
know. I think a good portion is marketing and the actors. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Yeah.
ain't the game because the game ain't changed. It's the same game.
For a positive, I think that one of my favorite memories of playing video games when I was before all my friends got married off and had to move in and stop playing video games, right? So is to play games together, right? Either local co-op or over the network or whatnot. And Call of Duty, some of their, I think it was War on Pacific, which is by like
Oh,
Treyarch
the
or
Pacific, the
something.
World War II, yeah.
Yeah. That one was actually you can co-op, right? So I think this is the first time in a long time where you can play the campaign together. And I think to experience a story together with your buddies, your roommate, or whatever, that's the positive. I think I think that's, would that influence me to buy that game? No, because there are plenty of other games I would buy, and when my friends has time to play. Right? So.
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's kind of good that we got that Battlefield versus Call of Duty, saga back.
Now we just need SOCOM. And we need SOCOM and we need MAG.
Yeah, right. Get SOCOM back, right? Good luck with that one. Sony's not going to do that. They're going to give us something with the color purple. It's got to have purple. That's like their key feature. These live service games got to be purple. Oh my god. but Battlefield, looks good. So it's going to be interesting here to see that. But so apparently though, EA wants to do the annual model. Apparently they're slowly working their logistics to make Battlefield an annual game like Call of Duty.
Damn, we're never getting Dead Space 2.
Yes.
He said we're never getting Dead Space, bro. I could have told you that 2 years ago.
Yeah, because EA Motive is working on the campaign. EA Motive is working on the campaign.
Bro, I could have told you weren't getting Dead Space 2 the day Dead Space 1 remake came out. That day.
It was so damn good, though.
It is, man. It is fucking... Yo, did you know Callisto Protocol sold 7 million?
That is crazy.
Yeah. Good on...
Yeah, but they needed to sell that, like...
Absolutely.
They needed to sell that, like, right away, though.
Ha! Callisto Protocol,
Did it
baby.
sell full price? Or was
I don't
know. Did it
Is
sell
that
70 or no?
Just Callisto Protocol, or is it the
Callisto Protocol?
Because they came out with like another Callisto Protocol game too, Redacted.
No, I think that was like I think that was the DLC.
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
The DLC for Callisto Protocol was something else. I didn't like the DLC.
Redacted? I didn't know.
Redacted is like another top-down game, but in the Callisto Protocol universe.
Get out of here! Ain't nobody talking about that trash. So they put another Dark Side of Genesis. Man, we can't be doing this shit. That should be illegal. PC used to do that shit. You remember, like the old PC? They used to show these trailers and the graphics were off the hook, and then when you saw the actual game, it was the top-down bullshit. You're like, man, this is the most false advertising practice I ever seen in my life. PC used to do that shit all the time.
Facts.
But yeah, Callisto Protocol apparently 7 million, man.
That's crazy, bro. That game literally sent.
God, I would love
Callisto Protocol literally sent the game director into like retirement. He doesn't make games no more. Glenn Schofield.
Really?
Yeah, he's not making games no more.
Why?
I think he tried to pitch something at EA and they shot him down, and he just stopped making. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'm not making games anymore.
What the fuck?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But that sucks too, because EA Motive is doing the campaign for Battlefield, and I was like, damn, dude. When I heard that they wanted to have an annual Battlefield, I was like, fuck, we're never getting that.
We're never gonna get single play games.
Never getting
EA's never making any single play games. We'll be lucky if we get a Mass Effect. Supposedly, BioWare's doing it. I don't know. This shit is shaky. This gen is goddamn Fortnite, man. I blame Fortnite, bro. If I could go back in time, boy, I would bomb Epic. Just like torch that studio, bro. Just torch that studio. I will make sure Fortnite never comes out.
GTA Online did more against single player users because it killed GTA.
Oh man,
because GTA 5 was supposed to have DLC, right? It took that away.
Yeah, the Trevor Phillips DLC.
Yeah, they said, nah, we're gonna put that shit. We're gonna merge it into the live service because it does have don't they have like story DLC in the live service?
They do have it in there, yeah. They do have some like missions and everything.
But all it is just missions, though, right? All it is just like more missions. Like I don't know.
It's just more missions, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same feel as the single player campaign, right? It's just more
Nah.
missions in there. Like I want like
Ain't
a
the same
story
feel.
single. I want like like Grand Theft Auto 4 did. You know,
Oh
like
yeah,
the Ballad of Gay Tony and the what is it, the Lost and the
Lost
Damned.
and Damned.
yeah, that
those
was
some
good.
those some good
That was good.
DLCs, man. Those some good shit.
Oh yeah, they were.
This gen is jank. I don't know what's going on. Like this, it's as if this gaming industry is trying to figure itself out once again. Like my God,
I don't
I
think
mean,
they learned their
I
lesson.
will say this.
just do what you did last gen. There you go.
It's like they
With
constantly try to
regards to
reinvent the
Battlefield
wheel.
and
Yeah.
whether it will take away Call of Duty. First of all, I don't believe so. I think Call of Duty just has way too much brain power.
Right.
It does.
But second of all, here's the thing. I expect EA to fuck this up somehow. I
Do you?
I know
Battlefield?
it looks amazing. Yeah, I know it looks amazing. I even played some of the demo. It's got everything that it should have. I just expect EA to fuck this up somehow. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but from the fact that you already are talking about the fact that they are looking to make it annualized, I'm like, there it is. There is the EA-ness coming out of it. There's something about EA where they just like they always just disappoint. You just so yeah, listen, all is going to be the microtransactions. Maybe they're going to try to go for the Valorant style where, everything costs you $30 or whatever, or it'll be the progression system.
Right.
I don't know, man. Listen,
Or a
if this game
patch that
comes
just
out and
screws
it's
the
the
whole game up.
Battlefield that we want,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going to say it's the last one we're
when they
going
try
to
to
get.
nerf weapons and stuff like that, that's
Yeah.
when they really start fucking shit up.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Glassdoor Gamer. Says saw a clip of Stallion 83 stream. Dude is loving PlayStation. It's always funny to see the joy followed by the regret of holding on PlayStation. That Stallion dude is an Xbox fanboy through and through. He got like 2 million scores. That dude's an Xbox dude through and through. He's gonna buy that toy. He'll buy the $100 Xbox. He's there day
Who is he?
one. He's one of those 2 million gamer score guys. I think it's higher
Oh,
than Man
wow.
Thor. I think his is 2 million. I think he has a 2 million gamer score. Stallion 83.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah,
That's a
because they
lot.
get 1,000 gamer score if they complete the game, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2 million is 3,000 games. Completed
Jesus.
fully. That's a lot. Okay.
That's like
yeah,
2,000
Done.
plats. That's like 2,000.
Got to step up
plats.
your game, bro.
Yeah.
2,000 plats. Oh my god.
You're already
Yeah,
halfway
so
there.
why-
Hey,
you
you'll
there
get that
yet?
shit
Why
in
you there yet,
November.
Sean?
This guy
I
lying.
got 1,250. I only got 1,250.
You
Only
were
1,250.
1,000 a week ago. This guy was 1,000 like last Tuesday.
Only 1,250. The audacity.
Sean, we need you to represent us.
He said
Okay.
the audacity. Only 1,250. The
Only
audacity.
1,250.
Like the audacity. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I have like
Yeah, I just hit-
40 platinums, so you should have 4,000. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
man.
You need to do better.
I'm gonna have to step up. I'm gonna try to get to 1,400. Forget that.
No.
Oh,
We need you
they're
to
saying.
aim for
Oh no, wait.
4,000.
They're saying that's more equivalent to 3,500 plats mathematically.
Ooh, that's
Wait,
a lot.
3,500?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I don't know if a
How,
plat
Sway?
is. I don't know. Is a plat worth 1,000 points? I don't know.
But it is supposed to be 1,000 points.
You only get one plat per
I don't know.
game, depending on the game. That's it.
I
There's
don't
only
know.
one.
That's too
Listen,
much
all I
science.
know is
that-
Sean, you
that's-
have to now beat 3,500 trophies. That's platinum trophies. That's what I heard. That's what
Step
we
it
all
up.
heard.
Chop chop.
Yeah. It turns out 2,000 was
I'm gonna
too
step it
low.
up though.
So
I'm gonna step it up.
you know what?
Oh
Just
man,
the
this guy.
5,000.
Oh
just
man.
gonna-
We
Hey,
gonna round it up to
man, you need to
5,000.
do twice as
Because
good as them
3,500
to get half
3,500
as
is an
much.
ugly number. 3,500 is an ugly number. It's
Yeah.
got to be 5,000.
Yeah. It's gonna be 5,000. Matter of
Gotta
fact,
play.
over 9,000.
Oh my god.
That's the real deal.
Oh wow! Dragon
Over
Ball Z
9,000.
reference.
There we
Oh my
go.
God,
There we
no!
go. The best Dragon Ball. There you go.
Oh shit. All right. All right, man.
And
We
you
hit
know
up all
what?
the
You know what?
topics.
I'm gonna chip in. I promise. By the time you get over 9,000, I'll have 2 more platinums. Okay? Boom. Equality.
And
Yeah,
one of
you're
those
right,
gonna be
Polo, man.
Horizon.
I only
And
have
one of
one
those
more
gonna be
platinum.
and one of those gonna be Horizon 3. So you ain't gonna see that one for a
Oh, yeah,
long time.
you know, that's done. That's done.
you ain't gonna see that plat for a long time until that game comes out. All right, man. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna start with Chill Will. What's going on? He out there vaping?
Uh-oh. Yeah. If you guys want, follow me on my channel. Chronos: The New Dawn comes out tomorrow.
Ooh,
I'll be streaming that at 6 p.m.
look
And
at
if I'm
you.
lucky enough, if I can, because I am in the beta for Marvel Tokon, if they let me
Are
stream that, I'll
you?
stream that.
Same
this
here.
weekend.
Me
Man.
too. I
You
tagged
too?
you, Quarter Rock.
Oh,
I
Jay
tagged
Barry's
you.
hating. Jay Barry's
I
hating,
tagged you.
dog.
They
I tagged
actually
you too, Quarter
they
Rock.
sent
I
me
tagged
the invite on my wedding anniversary. I was like, what the hell?
Jay
And I
Barry's
guess
hating.
the closed beta is this weekend.
Oh, you
you.
lucky
I
he's
tagged you,
not
Quarter
here.
Rock.
Did you? Oh,
I
he
tagged
would
you
have.
when I got it.
You lucky Jay Barry's not here. He'll be cursing your asses out.
I
Yes.
tagged
Oh,
you. I
man.
tagged you when I got the information.
So
Oh, shit.
tomorrow 6 Chronos: The New Dawn. But yeah, if they let me, I'll stream Tokon this weekend.
Look at that. Oh, fire.
But appreciate
Fire.
you for having me.
No doubt. All right. Yo, M.
Yo, look at these real gamers I'm surrounded by. That's crazy. Listen, people, this week I want you to get your hate on, okay? Just go ahead, talk trash about the game that you hate. I'm tired of all this love. This gaming industry isn't fun anymore, okay? Because you know what? There's no more console war, so we have to make up our own, all right? I just want you to go after a PlayStation IP that you hate. You can even say, for this week alone, I will allow you to even say Clear Obscure is less than top 5, like top 6 of all time. You know, I'll allow that. I'll allow even that, okay? But get on
That-
Twitter, you know,
Dynasty Warriors is
and
one
just
step
spread
above
some
it.
hate around. Pardon?
Dynasty Warriors is one step above it.
You see that hate? Spread that. Spread that, okay? Spread that like bullets at a school convention. No, don't worry about it.
Oh my God, this guy's so
Oh.
dark. My channel's getting demonetized after them two comments. Hey, Henry.
So, well, first of all, great show, and I look forward to watching you guys stream Marvel Tokon if I can, if you can, and
Definitely.
yeah, and if you guys like to check out my artwork, my Instagram is art by Henry, enclosed by 2 underscores, right?
Underscore
And,
art by Henry underscore.
Correct. And I do have a YouTube channel that kind of documents my time lapse of my artwork, but
Really?
you could
Oh.
look me up.
So,
Yeah.
oh man,
Check
send
that out.
it to me. Send it to me in a DM so I could put it on the chat. Or we'll do that next time. But let me know your channel.
All right, cool. I don't really advertise it. It's just I just document random stuff.
I'll advertise it for you. Don't worry about it. We got this. We got this. And then of course we got Sean King. Got in the invite
What's
too.
going on?
He gets
I
all the
love that.
games.
Yeah.
He gets. How the fuck? I'm gonna start planning
Right.
shit
Yeah,
too.
because I'm partnered with Capcom, Ubisoft, and Deep Silver. So that's how I got Metal Eden and
Yeah, but Marvel
So,
Tokon
yeah, that's-
isn't Capcom.
yeah. Oh no! I got an email because I signed
from
up for the beta
PlayStation.
program.
Mm.
Yeah, the PlayStation beta program. They got like a program going on, so you can
Okay.
sign up on their website and you could try to participate. So that's how I got the invitation for that.
Mhm.
But for me, as far as this week, I mean, I just got Gears of War, Metal Eden, and I'm trying to play those games this week. So if y'all want to check me out, I always do Let's Plays in the morning and Platinum Guides in the morning too. So I always do that as well.
All right. Well, the advice of the week: spread hate. All right. That's how we're gonna finish off the show. Spread the hate. Spread the hate machine. All right. Find a game, just hate on it, just to hate on it. Anyway, man, hit the like button on the way out. I hope you enjoy this week's episode of 60 Frames No Like podcast. Tune in this Friday for Disagreement Day. Because I know there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna come at me with all sorts of side. Bring the pain. I don't know what y'all gonna argue because I'll just show
Be
the
a good
game.
one.
And the game speaks for itself. It is what it is. And plus, we're gonna talk about other topics that I want to bring up on Disagreement Day. But anyway, your only friend is YouTube Streets Porter Rock 77. On behalf of the crew, thank you so much for rocking out. Hope you enjoyed the show. And again, on your way out, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and enjoy the more content that's coming. And we are out of here. Take care. Peace.